the Beaver Dam. Okay, welcome friends to the Beaver Dam. Welcome, welcome. So we're going to be doing a stream of Raid Shadow Legends today. Big shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this stream today. And we're going to have a damn good time. We are starting from the beginning, starting fresh, using the link in the description of this video. That is my personal content creator link that Plarium has provided for me. You can also follow the QR code above if you want to get the stuff that I'm starting with. We get to start with all kinds of cool stuff, and especially with this month of it being the 6-year anniversary, they're giving away over $60 worth of value, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's as good a time as any to do a stream about this. I think it's the best time to do a stream about this. So if you want to get started and you think that this game looks fun, then 100% go check out that link down below or the QR code. It's gonna, help me out. It's going to, help you out getting started in this game, and you're gonna have a damn good time. Gotta start out the tutorial. It's gonna be all snazzy and stuff.
Well shot. Where did you learn that? Hunting orcs.
Yeah, you're gonna get 3 streams from me today, Bobo. It's gonna be a damn good time.
Let's keep moving.
Yep, GAC will happen in about 3 hours, so we'll be having a GAC stream as well. Devin, good to see you, my friend. Batman, literally, welcome, my friend. It's good to see you.
We really don't have time for this.
Very well. Take them.
Ugh, Kale is the best character. He just is. I love his AoE. His AoE is so busted.
Glad you're on our side.
Yes, just
Oh yes.
move along. The sooner we win, the sooner we free it.
Raid GAC stream. We'll be doing a GAC stream later on today. It'll be a separate stream from this stream, but we'll be doing it in a couple hours. For now, we're gonna stick to Raid Shadow Legends, and we'll play for a couple hours and see how far we can get. I'm hoping to see, because I have heard of people saying that you can get your first sacred shard in your first day, and I want to see if that's possible. Because if we can get our first sacred shard, we can. Oop. Sucks to suck. Proves that you're not the best character. Yeah. If we can get our first sacred shard, you do get a double drop shard, and then we get to do a little bit of the lottery and spin to see if we can get a sacred shard. So
On 3.
I got through easy mode campaign in 5 hours. I can do it in an hour and a half. Bet. Level 35 in the first day? Heck yeah. Look at these chumps.
I thought these champions may have been the ones. I have strength left to restore only one fallen champion to aid you. With their shard remade, they will be...
So out of these 4, Gaelic is the worst. Don't ever go with Gaelic. Aethel is okay. Elhain is the second best, but overall Kale is immensely better than any of the other ones. If you guys are ever starting up this game, always start with Kale. Also, if you're starting this game, go watch my other channel. I have another channel that's all Raid Shadow Legends based. Plarium themselves reached out and asked me to do a channel, and so I have a whole bunch of videos on the new game experience.
So be it.
So we'll start with Kale. He's going to be our campaign farmer.
You have chosen.
Yeah. I didn't even see this isn't the right channel. Yeah, this is the main channel, Alex.
With great attack and support skills.
Is this the new Conquest character, Space Gandalf? Heck yeah, dude. Can you imagine, though, if, like, CG was just like, yeah, we're just going to make Space Gandalf as our next original character. First it was Geonosian Brood Alpha, then it was Drogon. Next up, we're doing Space Gandalf. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
Behold, Carrot Castle. I fear you and.
Yeah. I forgot there was lore.
And the realm of Aravia. A piece now once revered as a pillar had the king on the orders of the arbiter. Even if it meant
Karok will not fall easy.
I will take out Karok
This is
easy.
where you magic you have owned.
Yeah, we know. There's a rock, paper, scissors thing.
The arrows above each enemy's head show how your champions have been.
Can you pull the ones you don't pick? I only get more Kale.
Which means a more effective attack, more damage.
You pull the
and a
ones
higher
you don't
chance
pick,
to
I
crit.
only get more Kale. Are you saying you wanted me to start with someone that's not Kale? Because, like, I could, but we're trying to get as far as we can in the game this early, and so I wanna try and play as efficiently as possible. Though we might not actually use Kale as our campaign farmer. Instead we might actually use Alice and Supreme Gaelic instead as our campaign farmers, which I think would be a lot of fun. Can you pull the others in shards? Yes, you can. You can get multiple copies of any of these characters, yes. So, like, you know, you could get a Gaelic at some point. It's not like you're locked in and you're like, oh yeah, I got Kale, therefore I'm never getting another Kale. Especially because you can actually improve how good a character is by breaking copies of themselves into them. And so, yeah, it's part of the game mechanics to do that. Oh my gosh, 2 times. You're killing me with this 1 time. Yu-Gi-Oh cards have their own lore too. Yeah, I need to go through and watch all their lore videos because, like, I've always been impressed with the budget for this game for like you know, animated videos. I'm super curious. Like, you know, what it looks like. I don't know anything about this game's
This is where you
lore.
can view all champions
Besides that,
under
it feels
your
very
control.
D&D-esque.
Each champ.
It's very based off of the classic fantasy
See that?
genre.
Your artifact has already
Yes, artifacts are mods. I get it. I gotta get out of this tutorial. This tutorial's killing me. Just auto. I trust you guys. So how's your guys' Sunday going? Dude, it throws me off so bad that, like, when I'm clicking abilities, I have to click on the people to attack instead of clicking on the person that I want to target and then clicking the ability to attack.
Congratulations. And
Yay, I'm level 2.
artifacts can be. Special icons will show this set boost.
Yep. Okay. How far am I taking this? Is it level 4?
Excellent work. You have learned well.
Oh yeah, let me just max out my Dungeon Divers event right now. I feel like there should be, like, lower tier versions of those events. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like there should be lower tier versions of those events. Okay, we've taken our first step towards getting Alice in this account. Okay, time to start working on our kale. So we're going to take this piece of gear. Savage, ignore 25%. It's not great, but we'll take it for now. It's going to be better than what we currently have. And we'll upgrade it. It has speed, so I'm honestly willing to upgrade it quite a bit. Just upgrade it to 4. $1.8 million on easy difficulty. Heck yeah, Alex RG. I actually just hit a record as well. I got a new personal best today. I think it was 9 million on hard, which is insane because like 2 weeks ago I was at like 3 million on hard. Like I've been kind of rebuilding my champions, remodding them with the artifacts, and I've gotten much better results. It's been really nice. Do we have our dailies open? We do have our dailies open. Okay, summon 3 champions. I only have 1 mystery shard though. Oh, was it 10.4 mil? Jeez. Gonna be bouncing around a ton here at the beginning, just trying to get everything opened. Very cool. Okay, yeah, you get a free pack right here. Very cool. Solid start for the stuff that you get for the anniversary. Get my 7 million silver. Make sure we collect all of that. Sick. Okay, let's see. How far can we take Kale? Oh, we have to wait till level 6 to get that. Okay. Let's see. Gonna need to put in a promo code. Dang, that's a lot of Plarium points that we got just for connecting our Plarium account. Okay, promo code. We are, instead of doing the regular Monkey King where we're gonna get Sun Wukong, we are gonna try the one that's around just for this month. And there we go. So you only get the opportunity to do 1 new player promo code, and then you can do other promo codes as you go forward. 1 promo code per day. And we now have Supreme Gaelic. So there's our other campaign farmer. The assets will load. There he is. Regular Gaelic may be garbage, but Supreme Gaelic is sick. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I'm kind of actually feeling... Yeah, let's throw these on you and throw this on you. There we go. Upgrade to 4. I think so, Baba. I don't know. I actually don't know. Those Polarium points were nice, though. It wasn't like anything crazy for rewards, but it was solid. Most of the stuff thrown out that I had to keep from my bad roommate. Very nice. Get our daily pack. There we go. Let's see. What do we got? Summon 3 champions. Beat a campaign boss. Okay, we just got to start working through things, basically. Okay. Let's see how this Supreme Gaelic goes. I mean, that works, I guess. Holy crap. That's fantastic. Okay, we're basically just gonna have to bum rush to level 6, because then as soon as we get to level 6, we can upgrade our guys all the way. If you didn't see the before picture, it's in the meme channel on your Discord. Before picture? There's 2 meme channels in here. Is it this one? Ping me. I'm not seeing what you're referring to, Heinricher. Okay, we got a Crusader. Woo! I'm not even going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. We're just going to keep going. We're still just using 2 characters because we want to make sure that we're getting as much as we can. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in the meme channel. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's what your roommate left behind? This man would be dead. This man would be dead. I would have hired a contract killer. Like, are you kidding me? Screw that. Screw hiring a contract killer. I'll do it myself. Like, holy crap. Not me that you had a Swago raid account. Yeah, no. Well, we'll do some Swago later today. We're just doing a sponsor stream for Raid Shadow Legends and having a damn good time. I've actually been enjoying this game to a certain degree more than Swago lately. It's actually been a little hard to get, I don't know, get through GAC with the fleet meta as it is right now. And the beginning of this game was a little rough for me, just like kind of figuring out how the game worked and everything like that, but that happens with most new games that you try out. But now I'm like, yeah, I'm spending more time in this game than I am Galaxy of Heroes lately. What I don't like about this game is no sims. It's true, there aren't sims, and that makes it rough. They are adding this year, oh, sick, that is like a full set that we can throw on Gaelic. It's not a great set, but it's going to be a set nonetheless. Yeah. I know how the pass works. Yep. Okay. There we go. Now we have a full set for both characters. But yeah, so they are adding like the thing in the game where you can like, how do I say it? I don't know what the words are. Like when you're watching a YouTube video and you exit out and it becomes a little like window. They're adding that to the game this year from what I understand, so that way it's easier to farm while you're doing other things. So yeah, like last night I needed to do some stuff for an event and I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed, and I just left it playing, and you know, went to bed and then woke up this morning and had the thing done. Oh, my sound's on. Oh, stick. Let's see. Okay, we're not quite at level 6, right? We're still at level 5, so we're almost to where we need to be. Okay, let's grab that XP boost. Ooh. Beaver Daddy 7. Okay, there's our new name. Hey, and there's our level 6. Sweet. Now we can really just absolutely slaughter. Yeah, I understand how this works. Okay, we're gonna upgrade this character. We have plenty of void potions. Just use them all. I don't care. And then Kale. Let's see. We'll use all of yours as well. Sick. And now our 2 characters are going to be looking schmexy. Let's get a set on either of you. Kale, you're going to take this. Crit damage, HP. Yeah, we'll equip all of it for now. And then when we get something better, we can move it over to you. And then you, sir, are going to get this full set.
Hello there.
Malax 1000, welcome to the damn community, my friend. Attack percentage, HP, all not bad rolls. We got some speed on that one, some crit rate across the board, some accuracy. Not bad for some starting mods for characters. Okay, sick. Hey, Appley, good to see you, my friend. Are you going to be able to make it for the GAC stream later today? Black piss bottles. Ugh. That's awful, Heinricher. The RNG summon thingy. Yeah, it's true. The whole summon thingy can be rough. I do appreciate that, like, there's some characters to get you started. Like, they've been improving the new player experience. They've been making it easier for new players to get things. And like, honestly, even as a free-to-play player, you can do some solid stuff. Like, if you build some solid teams, which you can build some cheap teams, Clan Boss will literally give you like a daily sacred shard if you are if you're doing really well in that with your guild. So yeah, so campaign is the best way. There's a reason that we you know, I always talk about getting to campaign 12-3. On campaign 12-3, you can farm silver and XP, and it's the highest XP you'll get out of everything. And you want to use as few characters as possible because it divides the XP evenly. So, like, for instance, if I have these 2 characters in here, it's going to divide the experience 50% to each of these, even if they're at max level. And so if I have, you know, just like my one character that can be a campaign farmer and farm that node, and then, you know, other characters, that'll be 33% for each of these. And so we can make sure that we're maximizing XP to characters that need it. But yeah, campaign is the best place to farm XP for new characters. Sounds good, Appley. Yes, more than 4 is a waste of lifesteal, you are correct, but we don't have any other good mods, and so I'm fine not having another set bonus for now, just because those mods at least have stats, and that's basically what we're looking at, Alex Archie, and we don't have enough to make another health steal set for another character.
The one people they
let's see, what is his? Increase ally attack in all battles. Attack, interesting. I actually like that. We're gonna try that out. Fair, Heinricher. Yeah, I had a roommate that, like, it was so bad. We had in this apartment that we lived in, all the apartments in the town, because it was all student housing, all of them required like clean checks before you could you know, leave your apartment complex. Otherwise you'd be sent heavy duty fines and just get your credit wrecked if you don't pay it. And so I had a roommate who, like, literally, he was such a mess. I was leaving like 2 days before him. The entire room, up until like a 1-foot ring around my bed, is just covered in garbage and clothes and all his stuff. And so, like, I brought the clean check person in to check over my stuff, and I'm like, literally all of this is his. I did everything I was supposed to do, and I'm getting out of here before I kill him. And she's like, okay, sounds good, and wrote me off as being done. I was like, I hated this so much. And he'd stay up till like 5 in the morning playing Black Desert, which is an MMO that people get addicted to, apparently. Dude, these two together is a surprising powerhouse just because of the debuffs they can apply. The fact that Gaelic has HP burn. And then he has poison. Like that combo is so great. I wish I had a Supreme Gaelic. Yeah, they have so much AoE between the two. Yeah, like this is going to be like the easiest climb through the ranks I've like, compared to how I was doing when I first started. I feel like this is going to be the easiest climb ever. Like, literally, we're just one-tapping every single set of enemies. Goodness gracious. Got a full set of health stuff now.
At last, guided as they sank.
I feel like we're missing something here. Where's our Zargala? Why are we missing our Zargala? We are missing a Zargala, and I don't know why. Upgrade an artifact? I can do that. Yeah, I don't know why we're missing our Zargala. I don't know if something's glitching. We should have a Zargala to use as well. Regardless, I think we'll be fine without it, but... let's see. Did one of these have speed? No speed. This one has accuracy, so let's upgrade that. Since I started over, these two are all over the bottom of arena. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm sure that just, you know, PvP is flooded with these two because they're such a powerhouse, dude. Okay, we now have Kale has these. I'm not gonna spend money on this account, but this apprentice pass is so helpful. The fact that you get your Kale 6-star essentially just from going through this pass is so nice, and you get a Rector Drath. I like Rector Drath. She's not like the best character in the world, but she is a solid character. Let's do. We got one level 3 so far. We need 2 more level 3s before we can upgrade our Kale. Ooh, we got a book coming up. Okay, yeah, we're gonna use you two again. Let's keep going. Owns the building we live in, so when I was 19, I was offered an apartment, couldn't afford it alone, ended up living with 3 friends who just wanted to party. Dang. Oh yeah, honestly, I would even drop the healer and reviver and add in like a Diabolist, add in a turn meter character. I think that's gonna be one of the best things that you can do. Sure. Yeah, join a clan. Sweet. I don't know what this clan is, but hey, we joined, we're helping. Did that also mean we have clan boss open? No, that's level 17. I was gonna say, that's wild.
Welcome to the...
Okay.
This is the classic basic. Once you arena battle tab can this is unique.
Okay, our defense is going to be this one level 1. I have the clan set to a specific power level, and so I can't actually join the clan. I heard the OG Damn Guild is good. Yeah, you know, I'll lower the. I need to re-lower it just so that way we can get new players in there, and I just need to stop basically doing, stop doing recruitments of like random people and just focus on people that are, you know, part of our community. Gatekeeping? Yeah, exactly. Just let Dave do all the work. It's fine. Yeah, dude, Dave's coming clutch. Oh my god. Dude, Supreme Gaelic coming in clutch. Oh gosh, that Supreme Gaelic is hilarious. Just started on auto. You guys have got this. It's just gonna be one tapping everyone right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So many pop-ups. Okay. Now we are right here. Let's keep pushing. Hey Devin, good to see you, my friend. Gosh. Hey, another 2-star champion. We need 2 more 3-star champions, though, is the problem. Like that's the big thing we need right now, is either a couple of 3-star chickens or 2 more 3-star characters to get our Kale up. That's literally our whole goal right now, is just to get Kale up to 5 stars as fast as possible. All big streamers need mods to manage to do most stuff that way the streamer can just do his, her, them's thing. In what regard are we talking about, Heinricher? Just to show off the game, essentially. Like, I could have booted up my main account and all that type of stuff, and like shown off that for this sponsored stream. But like, you know, I wanted to show off kind of what the beginning of the game looks like, and that, you know, the stuff that you get at the beginning is going to be absolutely fire to get you started. So that's kind of what I'm trying to show off here. How's the early game compared to Swago? So a lot of the really early game is going to look exactly with what you're seeing right here, which, like, honestly, if you play for like an hour the first 2 days, you'll kind of get out of that for the most part. But like, you're going to be one-tapping basically everything you see for a while. But the early game is really not bad. There's some clearly defined goals, some clearly defined things to do if you're you have a plan going, and it never really feels like with Swago, you're kind of waiting for level 85 to feel like you have made it, that you're playing the game. With this game, there doesn't really feel like you're waiting to play the game. I got my first fully leveled character in the first week that I played. And that's, you know, like, there's not really any progression past that besides some more niche progression. Like, and there's a couple mods that you unlock only after you do certain things. And there's, you know, red stars, which red stars are not like relic levels, essentially. They're more of, they give you an extra ability, an extra passive ability on the character. And so it just like lets you specialize the character. So outside of specialization, you can get a fully leveled character in your first week, which is super, super nice because it doesn't feel like you're just waiting to play the game. Like, I don't feel like there's ever been a point where I felt like I was kind of like waiting to get into content. It's just, you know, the progression feels really natural in this game. No, there is not legendary characters in this game per se. There's certain ones here. We'll show you kind of how it works. So as you work through things and you work through content, you'll start to get shards, and it's very much a shard based, like, you know, kind of random polling kind of thing. So, well, oh my gosh, leave me alone. I know I'm a new player, so you want to show me everything. But so you'll summon a character, and this version is going to be a common, uncommon, or rare. And so you have different types of shards that are going to have different chances of getting, better and worse stuff. So this one has rare, epic, legendary. This one's rare, epic, legendary. This one's rare, epic, legendary, mythical. This one has the highest chance for legendary out of all of them, so they're the most valuable. Mythicals are GLs, essentially. Yes, John Smith. That doesn't... legendaries and mythicals don't typically mean that they're just the best characters. In fact, one of the best characters in my roster and my main account right now is actually an epic champion. There is fusion events, which is where you basically are going to break certain characters that you get. Like you're going to use them to fuse them together into another character, and then you can fuse them into a mythical. So you can kind of work towards a character, kind of like a legendary event kind of concept here. And so there's a couple of those, which, this is like a new character that you can do, so it only lasts for 2 weeks. But there's a whole bunch of events leading up to it. And then, of course, there's fragment summon. So as you do events and stuff, there's ones that will summon similar to Galaxy of Heroes, where this is the typical way that you get a character in most other games, where you fragment summon. You get shards, and then you get the character. But this is for the most part, the rolling of the odds is the thing to do. And there's always like 15 events going on at any given moment. There's an event for dungeon divers, so you're trying to get artifacts and accessories. For summoning, so you're going to get extra stuff for summoning characters. You'll get, extra energy, gems, which are the paid for currency, chickens, which allow you to upgrade your characters, all this type of stuff. And so there's always events going on, and so there's always a time where you can spend your resources to get more out of it. And so it's basically just like how Galaxy of Heroes is a game of efficiency, this game is also a game of efficiency and knowing when to spend your different materials and that type of thing. So you're building for bigger and bigger content. So your first goal is to basically get through campaign. Your next goal is to build for dungeons, which are going to be like a lot of your artifacts and things that will influence your character's power level. And then after that, you're looking at faction wars, which is going to give you a whole bunch of stuff for like specifically making mods. You can forge mods of specific types instead of just farming and hoping you get good mods. And then, of course, there's the PvP aspect. Clan bosses are huge. You work together with your clan, just like a raid in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is probably my favorite part of this game, is clan bosses and dungeons, because each of these bosses just have a completely different way of playing, and it's so fascinating to me. And I love how each character or each boss feels very, very different. They've done a great job with making each one require different types of champions to be able to beat it. But it still feels good. It doesn't feel like you're locked out of the content. It feels like you got to learn how to beat the boss. So you got clan bosses, and then right now I'm working on Doom Tower on my main account, which is you have basically a week to climb up through it, with it getting progressively more difficult as you go up through it. And so, tons of content to go through, and you're basically just building to get through that content. The only thing I hate about this game is I can't get some of the characters I would have liked since I started late. Yeah, I mean, you'll miss out on some characters. I'm sure that they're working on getting things that you can, like some of the older characters that were like event exclusive coming to the game. I was actually talking to the developers about that not too long ago, mentioning that, Galaxy of Heroes kind of did Lightspeed bundles, and they were like, oh, interesting, we hadn't heard of this. And so I kind of explained what Lightspeed bundles were to the developers, and they're like, interesting. And no one was like upset about, new players getting access to things that are exclusive. I'm like, no, it's been a couple of years since they came out. They're not the most meta thing in the world anymore, but it gives them a good place to start. And good solid spot. So there might be something like that coming to this game at some point, which would be cool. And then I can take credit for it and be like, hey, I was the content creator that got that to happen. But yeah. I mean, right now though, like, you're getting Zargala, you're getting Supreme Gaelic, you got, of course, Kale, you get Alice. If you start within the next 10 days, you get Alice in your first week, which is another legendary, and Alice and Supreme Gaelic are absolutely disgusting. So no, Devin. So Marvel Strike Force has a heavy influence on dropping new content and specifically making like PvP as well as PvE metas shift a ton. This game doesn't have meta shifting a ton. Like, yes, new characters will come in and there'll be some solid ones. A lot of the times it can depend. Like, for instance, the last set currently we're working through, we have Alice coming out and all of that type of stuff for the Alice in Wonderland IP that they've assimilated into the game. The last one though was Loki, and Loki was not great as a legendary or that you got for free. He was solid, he was okay, but he's not scary. Skeletor, same way. He wasn't scary. He wasn't the greatest person, but you put him in a specific team lineup and all of a sudden he becomes really good. Alex is a great plug and play character, and like the meta is very open-ended. None of the abilities in this game, or I shouldn't say none, most of the abilities in this game are very open-ended. There's not, if you have an Imperial Remnant ally, none of that type of stuff. It's all very open-ended, so you can kind of plug and play with what you're pulling. You don't necessarily have to get something really, really good, and the meta doesn't constantly shift. I got a Venom Mage that I pulled last week or 2 weeks ago, and Venom Mage is going to stay amazing no matter what. She's going to be she, I don't know. I keep calling Venom Mage a she, but I'm pretty sure it's a dude. No matter what, Venom Mage is going to be meta and absolutely deliciously destructive. Like, does so much damage, has a ton of survivability if you build her right, and can solo a lot of stuff. So, like, it does. I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's the reason I stopped playing Marvel Strike Force, because I couldn't chase the meta, dude. I couldn't keep chasing the meta. Like, I got Web Warriors done, and I was like, sick. This is a passion project for me, as well as something that I enjoy, and something that's going to be helpful to my guild. And then literally, like, the next week, they announced the new team that would replace the Web Warriors as the best raid team. And I'm like, okay, well, there goes all of my stuff. Are you joining the Grand Admiral's Guild? How dare you use his old title, Depressed Womp? It is not the Grand Admiral. It's the Kyber Emperor, my friend. But no, we have our own guild. I won't be joining it with this account. On my main account, I have a guild for us. Maybe on this account, I'll see if I can join the Grand Admiral's Guild. I'll shoot him a DM or something. Whisper in his ear a bit. He mentioned that he does want to do some collabs with this game. He's just been super busy, so we'll see. We might do some Onward collabs soon. Are there any incentive levels to aim for? Nope, just playing the game essentially. The more that you play, the better. Just because this is a sponsored thing, and so it helps out with just being able to continue my sponsorship. Mad Hatter, Ninja, and Skeletor. Skeletor was just so-so. I want He-Man, though. He-Man was busted. I think if it's done well, it's done well, Devin. Because, like, Magic the Gathering took it too far. I was fine with the Lord of the Rings crossover. I think Lord of the Rings crossover was really, really cool. It fit in the world. They kind of gave it its own flavor of, having the Magic artwork and not having it just straight up like the characters from Lord of the Rings from the movies or anything like that. Like, I think they assimilated Lord of the Rings really well into Magic. But then you start getting into Warhammer, Fallout, Walking Dead, that kind of stuff, and that's where I lost interest. And with this game, they give their own flavor to these characters. Like, let's see, where's the index? Because we haven't gotten Alice yet. Sacred Order, Alice. Like, they give them their own flavor. They choose IPs that are based in the same kind of style of fantasy. Like, it doesn't feel really awful. Because I 100% understand and agree with you with Magic. It's just something that I couldn't get behind because it just became too ridiculous, and I stopped playing Magic because of that. Like, I still have a couple decks that I play with my friends, but I sold out of my collection. I haven't bought new cards in forever. Yeah, I don't like the Worlds Between, but I think they do a good job in this game. they try to always make their own version of it, and so it feels still like Raid, as well as they don't take IPs that aren't fantasy based. And so, like, I wouldn't mind some crossovers with other things that I enjoy, like maybe Brandon Sanderson and things like that. Like, I wouldn't mind that, honestly, because it's still fantasy genre. You'd get a little bit of your, you know, your characters that you enjoy from another IP, but then it would also still feel like Raid. So I'll go bankrupt over the MTG Star Wars collab. Are they doing a Star Wars collab? That'd be wild, since they have a Star Wars card game. You would, though. Go play Star Wars Unlimited, dude. I really enjoy Star Wars Unlimited. I need to get a group that I can play with, because I haven't played it all lately. Ever since I moved, I no longer have a group to play cards with. I know I need to just go to my local game store and, you know, find a group, but Great Hall, I don't have anything to use in the Great Hall, so we're just gonna keep going. Mr. Swagfire got me rehooked on MTG, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna purchase any more MTG, like, at all. I also don't like where my decks are right now, because, like, most people that I know here where I moved to, they're kind of like in that 5 to 7 area, and most of my decks are like 8, maybe 9. I'd probably say 8. I don't think that any of them are 9. And so, like, my decks feel a little overpowered for a lot of the people that I play with, because a lot of them feel, even if they have good decks, they aren't the most experienced players. And especially in Commander, the reason I love Commander so much is because there's this element of poker as well as like politics. You know, you have to have a poker face, you have to be, like, you know, biding your time, because you need it all to explosively happen, and if you don't make it explosive and happen all at once, then you can get stopped midway through doing your stuff, because there's so many people that can interact with you, and you can make deals at the table and all that type of stuff. And so, like, there's a lot of nuance to playing Commander, and I love that nuance, but a lot of the people I play with are just kind of iffy and a little naive and willing to say something like, yeah, I'll absolutely let you do that, and it's like, you really shouldn't. Okay, our Kale's getting a little scary. Let's see if we can't up our, let's see, HP. Whoops. Slivers have always been my PP and MTG. See, I think my MTG decks kind of show my own personality for the most part. My one tribal deck that I absolutely loved at building was I made an all tribal deck, and it was so much fun. It's probably my least powerful deck of the decks that I have remaining still, but I still loved making that deck, and it was so much fun. And so I use Morophon as the leader, and then it just has a whole bunch of lords of just all different factions to boost characters, and then it's just filled with a whole bunch of changelings, and yeah, it's so much fun. I love that deck. Oh, there we go. We now have enough chickens to get Kale up.
You can ascend.
I didn't want to ascend. Yeah, leave me alone. Upgrade rank.
When it chats you up,
Chickens! Chicken ha! Chicken ha!
upgrading you epic.
Okay, now we should be able to ascend Kale a bit. Yes, yes, I understand. Move so I can get to Kale. But yeah, that same deck also has slivers in it. It definitely does. There's nothing better than pulling out a Sliver Legion in a deck full of changelings. Especially when you can cast it for free, thanks to Morophon. There's so many slivers that you can cast for free because of Morophon. Oh yeah, I bet, dude. My favorite deck that I own is a Kenrith Returned King deck. And it's just all based around politics. It's like, so who wants to draw cards? Oh, you want to draw a card? Okay, I will let you draw 2 cards right now, but then you can't attack me for the next 2 turns. And they're like, deal. And I'm like, sweet. And then I attack them. It's such a fun deck. I love that deck so much. A group hug. It's politics. It's only specific group hug. So like everything that happens is like technically group hug, but it benefits me more than them. Like I run the card where, you know, it's 1 mana, and then starting with you, each player may tap any number of lands. I believe it's called Collective Voyage. And then for each land, for each mana spent, everyone searches for that many basic lands, so they put them into the battlefield tapped. Which sounds like it'd be great in a lot of decks, but the thing is, most decks cap out on their necessary needs mana-wise at like, you know, 7 to 8 mana. At that point, like you're kind of casting your whole hand almost every turn, and so unless you have some really good card draw, you can't really keep up. But Kenrith, if you have 20 lands, that means you can keep filling up your hand, you can keep helping out other players to continue to make bargains. It means you can pull things out of your graveyard. There's so many things that you can do with the Kenrith deck, and so it helps him out more. Or Tempt with Discovery. Each player may search their library for any land and put it on the battlefield. Doesn't have to be tapped. For each person that does this, you search for another land. And so, you know, you end up with 5 or 4, and then they end up with 1 each. So like, you know, it's a whole bunch of like things that are disguised as like, this is something that's good for you. This is group hug, right? And it just ends up just benefiting me way more than anyone else. I'm not a big fan of Land Destroy. I don't know. So here's my problem with Land Destroy. I think that Land Destroy can be done well in a competitive environment. In a casual environment, I don't think Land Destroy really has a home. And I also think that when it comes to Land Destroy, too many people that I've known that play Land Destroy are playing with 0 win cons. Their whole shtick is just to blow up lands, and then the game goes forever. And so it's a play style that, if not done well, is going to piss off everyone at the table. Not because you're destroying their lands, but because you're destroying their lands and then you're not winning. If someone plays an Armageddon, they better be able to follow it up with a win in the next like turn or 2. Otherwise, you're just playing to piss people off, and that's no fun to anyone. So dang, this guy just absolutely destroys, bro. Sauron. I've been really wanting to make a Lord of the Nazgul deck. That one's been on my list for so long. It's been so expensive, though. It's finally starting to come down in price last I checked. And so I want to get it going. But it's the only deck for a while now that I've thought about building is a Lord of the Nazgul deck, which is built all around, you know, the Nazgul, Ring Wraiths, and cantrips in black-blue, which black-blue, like, Spellslinger is kind of a weird color scheme for it, but I like the idea. So, definitely something that I've wanted to build for some time, but I just have not been able to. Hurry, kill him before he stops being unkillable. Okay, good. He's dead. We don't have any way to get rid of these guys as buffs on this team. Don't they have the precon deck? I don't believe so. It wasn't a precon deck when I was playing. So unless they printed it when they did like the Jumpstart Lord of the Rings, I doubt it. Like Lord of the Nazgul was like a $27 card when Lord of the Rings came out. So that's not a precon amount. I used to sell Magic cards for a bit. It was just kind of selling the ones that I didn't want, and then buying precons and selling the expensive cards out of precons. And then I would take the decks that I would build. So I just build like just random standard, or not standard, but modern decks out of kind of like the excess of what I had in my collection. And then I'd sell them on Facebook Marketplace for like 10, 20 bucks. We got our first ancient shard. We're spending it. We are spending it right now. Get out of here. No, leave me alone. Come on. I'll take a rare. Force Champions Sentinel. Decrease attack, heal reduction. Provoke. Yeah, seems like a supremely okay character. I feel like I still haven't seen a good barbarian in this game. One day I'll find a good barbarian. Oh, we get a rare champ. Very cool. Dude, we are literally just never going to run out of energy. I forgot how much energy you get when you first start this game.
Elvis, they tell wait, they are the good power.
Have a card worth $250. That's pretty much it. I mean, still a solid amount for a card. I can't even think of a single card that I have that's expensive. Most cards that I had that were expensive, I'd instantly get rid of because I'm just like, these will tank, and I'm not using them in any deck currently. So, you know, I've gotten, I think, 6 or 7 different oh, what's the monkey? Dockside Extortionist. And I've immediately sold all of them. Not even day 3 of my account and I've ran out of energy. Dude, Skadies, I feel like you've been like playing for like 4 hours a day every single day on this game. Like, that's wild that you've ran out of energy in your first couple of days. Make sure that you're focusing down these. If you're focusing down these missions, you will like literally never run out of energy. Like, you just end up getting a ton of energy as you go with these. Hey, we got some gems. You're focusing on dungeons? Yeah, that's gonna wipe out your energy pretty quickly. Especially if you're not, like, you know, focusing down missions. I mean, Dockside's banned now. But yeah, I think that Kenrith deck is my most expensive deck. It has most of the fetch lands in it, and you know, most of the triomes. It's very, very heavy expensive on the mana side of the deck. Done 76 missions in a half a day of the new account. Got Kale Masteries day 3. Got another 800 gems to get Supreme Gaelic Masteries done. Not spent anything. Heck yeah, dude. Sounds like a solid start to an account. Yeah, that's where my first set of crystals or gems is going to go most likely in this account, is to go straight into masteries. I think that the gem mine can wait for now. I think putting my first set into Kale's masteries is going to be a better plan. I've been loving Supreme Gaelic though. I wish I had gotten this on my account. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Devin. Like, that's what my buddy does. He has, like, probably 60 proxy decks. And, you know, it's always fun to play around with his decks. I'm more interested in making theme decks nowadays than I am making... Oh, dang. Than, like, making just regular... making regular decks. I think making decks around a theme is going to be more fun than making a powerful deck. Just because it's, I don't know, it's easy to make a powerful deck. Like, it's as easy as just you look up a way to build a deck. That's basically it. I always went for meme versions of decks, or, you know, weird ways to build decks. I always found that the most fun, and nowadays I'm mostly interested in building around a theme. I think it's like actually worth leveling up. Not really. Yeah, they're not the best. I'll gamble on this one just for fun. Nope, no accuracy. Okay. All of them are 3 stars, so they're really not worth putting any effort into. This one, on the other hand, I'm very happy to bring this one up more. It already has speed, and it's a high star. I'm fine with that. It's not like the best roll, but it's good for a new player. Fair. I mean, is this your first account, Skadies? Or is this like, you know, you've started a new account for fun? Yeah, see, I don't know. Something about making well-tuned decks, it hits a point where you just start playing competitively, and then once you start playing competitively, it's just who can have a better turn 2, who can have a better turn 1, and that's it. Like, and then you scoop up and you play another game. I love sticking in the sweet spot of like level 7 to level 8 decks. That is the perfect sweet spot in my opinion for playing specifically Commander, but really anything. Void starter, yes sir. Well, I mean, if you're looking at this as your main account, consider maybe buying the Apprentice Path. It's one of the best deals that you can get in the game overall, and will get you that 6-star Kale really easily. If it's like your free-to-play account and you're just gonna play this a little bit on the side, then I wouldn't suggest spending the money. But you know, if this is gonna be your main account and you're willing to spend a bit of money, you got a little pocket allowance, I think that's one of the best uses of your money early on. That and Oh, what is it? It's in here. The daily gem pack is also like the best use of your money in this game. There's also a pack that shows up every time you hit a level 7 in your account, so like 37, 47. That's also like an amazing deal every single time as well. Those are like some of the few times that I suggest people spend money. Yeah, I gotta say, having Gaelic is so nice. Like, no one even really gets a turn. Dang, didn't land a single poison. Nice, Skaties. Beaver? You called me Beaver? How dare you? My hair's not that long. I don't have the Beaver cut. But yeah, no, we are flying through levels at this point. We're already like over halfway done with normal. We're getting close on our gems. We're getting some good solid gems. Do we have a support character in our roster right now? There's our support. It's okay. Equip. 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 There we go. I'm level 4 or higher. Upgrade. Level 4. Do you think Braid would ever bring in a Star Wars character into the game? I don't think so. I feel like they're going to stick to like medieval fantasy IPs. I don't think we'll ever see anything outside of that. If they do, I wouldn't doubt it if they did like a... I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the fan art of like, you know, samurai Darth Vader. Something like that I could believe, but also unless Galaxy of Heroes goes under, I don't think there's any way that we're going to get Star Wars anywhere else. Same with like, you know, Magic the Gathering you guys were talking about, a Star Wars crossover. They have their own Star Wars card game. So I really doubt we're ever going to see a Marvel or a Star Wars crossover. Yeah. Ooh, 2 rare books. That's going to be helpful. Increased chance for poison. Heck yeah. We need to get to the next one. 6 level 8 artifacts. How close are we? Okay, yeah, we just need one more to get the next one. So 6 level 8 artifacts. Okay. Bet. As much as it pains me to do because these are not great artifacts, I will do it. Jar Jar is medieval, right? Hey, Astro, how you doing, my friend? I can solo farm Kale with 3 food on 12-3 hard, only for stage 4 is brutal at the moment, but the dream will be 12-3 brutal. Okay, so that's one thing that I really loved about using Sun Wukong over over Supreme Gaelic, is Sun Wukong has the revive mechanic. And so I feel like it helps a lot with the campaign farming for sure. Dang, Astro, still going. I mean, yeah, I still have to stream one more time today, and then I've got 2 videos that I need to finish today as well. So I'm right there with you. I've got a long day. I could definitely see that, Slooty Storm. Yes, I could see a Lord of the Rings raid crossover. I definitely could see that. I don't think so, Von Rad. I'm pretty sure they are all going to push you towards Rector Giraffe. Or not, sorry, Rector Giraffe. Push you towards Zargala. But to be fair, if you're looking to get into the game and you know are willing to spend just a little bit of money, you have the Apprentice Pass gives you a Rector Giraffe if you spend how much is it? Yeah, $15. And that gives you so much value. It's probably the best $15 you'll spend in this game. Like it's definitely one of the best things that you can do. And like it's so easy to get through this. I'm already at level 8. Let's see. Is there any more 4-star chickens at the very end? Dang, that's rough. I'd love to have a Kale already up. If I spent the $15, I'd have Kale done. How often does Raid do events like Alice in Wonderland characters? It seems to be every couple of months. Go for it, Devin. Heck yeah, Astro. Streaming sounds more fun than campus chores. Yeah, I mean, it certainly can be. Yeah, Ugo's super nice. Although Ugo comes with, I think, every promo in the game. Like, if you use any content creator's promo link, you get Ugo at level 15. I don't think I've seen a single one that doesn't come with Ugo. Which, honestly, I mean, Ugo kind of makes up for your Rector Drath Von Rad. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing to just get into the game and then get Ugo. Because Ugo's much better than Rector Drath anyways. Like, here, let's take a look real quick. We can actually look this up. Hell Hades. Rector Drath. Oh, she's a 4-star. I personally don't think she's amazing. Like, I've used her in Clan Boss. Haven't really been impressed. Maybe she's part of a team I don't know about, but like to get her really shining, it felt like it was a lot of books. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Rector Drath overall. Like, she's a healer and she's nice, and she helped me be able to finish a couple missions in campaign that I wasn't able to finish with Sun Wukong. But, like, I don't know. It wasn't transformative to my roster, I feel like, and I haven't used her in a couple weeks now for any kind of content, just because I just don't need her anywhere. So maybe I'll find a home for her later on, but for now, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm valuing her very much, because, like, unless you're in, like, gold or higher in arena, you really only need 3 nukers and a turn meter character. That's all you need in there, because, like, if you have 3 nukers and a turn meter character, you take the first set of turns and everyone dies every time. So like I don't feel like there's really a point to having a healer. Is it going to be one of the best things you can do in your account? Yes, Devin. Leviathan's going to be fantastic in any account, but you're once again a year outwards, and so waiting that long sounds like a terrible idea for, you know, your next farm. So I'd rather see you work on things that are closer to you and then naturally get the Leviathan when you can. As much as I'd like to for you to push it now, there's not really any way to do it without spending money. So I didn't. Isaac posted a new banger. Ooh, I gotta add that to my playlist. What's the song based around? True, Alex RG, although I do have a turn meter character who both increases my turn meter and decreases enemy turn meter, and with Alice on the team, I'm able to get 2 sets of turns into my nukers before the other team even gets 1, which is super, super nice. Yeah, like us content creators, we do like get into kind of a mentality of this is what I suggest for everyone. We do tend to do that, and I don't think that that's good advice for everyone, and I don't think it's good advice for you. There's not really a good way to speed up a Leviathan farm. It's 1 year away before you can even really start on it, so I don't think so personally. A Yoda song. I wish I could get the right to use the bad lip reading song on my channel. That would be amazing. Summon Rush. Yes, nope. Okay, I don't have access to that one. That's interesting. Oh yeah, well, I was working on missions for a second, trying to get through a couple of these. Get some good rewards. Clear stage 1 of our higher of Arcane Keep. Have fun. Sounds good, Devin. Appreciate it, my friend. Gosh, this guy does nothing at the first level. Oh, gosh. Dang, I hate that we're rolling Disintegrate. Like, I would love to upgrade his AoE right now. Oh, dude, I gotta switch to a single PC build. It is literally sweltering in my room. It is so hot. I am dying, dude. Like, I definitely need to swap over to just a singular PC again. Especially now that I have a good graphics card. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be this one. Let's check that before we jump in. Gotta use these characters right. Gaelic. Supreme Gaelic. We're gonna go boss killing. Yep, okay. Not what I wanted. And then, what was that other one? Okay, top right. Got it. There we go. We're gonna continue our main count. I just wanted to show off the new player experience for people. I honestly, I don't think we need one between Chromium and Erodium. I think we need one between Erodium and Kyber, actually. I think that'll alleviate all the stress, and I think that's actually where we need it, though. Might as well work on some food while we got a second. Just today, yep, just for this stream. Lets me try out Supreme Gaelic too, which is absolutely busted, I gotta say. Oh dang, I just realized, I was just thinking, I was like, I could use a soda right now. I left 2 sodas in my car. Okay, I'm gonna really quick. Sure. Sure. Ate, good girl. You're gonna play raid for me, okay? Ooh, your blood full. So weird that your ears do this. How big is RNG in raid? Is that where most character shards come from? Yeah, it's primarily character pulls for sure, but all of the characters are like, it's not like Marvel Strike Force where you're pulling characters that are going to be like part of a faction. You can not build in factions. Every kit is based around, you know, just being solid in general. None of them have like, oh, when these type of allies are with them, do this. It's all, you know, all allies get this, you know, give your allies this, attack all enemies. Like, there's not a whole bunch of synergy-based stuff. There is synergy, but it's not based off of faction. And so the RNG is not nearly as much as you think it is. Yeah, I mean, 3-star rares can be really solid. Mr. Beaver, does Egnards have an account named Egnard? I mean, are you talking about his YouTube channel? I believe it is called Egnard. Can I be in my squad arena seat? Oh, that's interesting, Juno. Yeah, I mean, like, Kale is our top tier nuker, and I use Kale, my 3-star rare, on my main team on my main account still, even though I've been playing for a couple months now. In fact, my best champion right now on my main account is an epic, not a legendary. Okay, I gotta do one more champion with health artifact. I know you're a tired poop. You just want. It is crazy how much you sleep. You know that? I need to get you a chair. That way you can sit on stream with me. Okay. Paw. Jate, other paw. Good girl. Okay, be your treat. Sit. Nice, Juno. Okay, down. Ufu Kron is scary with cat. No, down. Ate. How's this game going? It looks kind of confusing. Not really, honestly. Like the game's pretty simple overall, especially knowing other games like Galaxy of Heroes. And I'm honestly having more fun with this game than I have been with Galaxy of Heroes lately. And I've actually been playing this game a little bit more than Galaxy of Heroes. The early game is a little slow just because a lot of it is just kind of, you know, autoing things because your characters are so absolutely busted because you're getting so many cool free stuff with the promo codes and the links and everything. Hydrate, okay. You. That time you thought it was her, it was impossible? Yeah. She's not able to be summoned. I wonder when they add her to being summoned, though. Like, there has to be at some point, because otherwise, what's the point of having the ability to, like, use copies for things? Crashing out BF2 in the Discord. Or is that Battlefront 2 or Battlefield 2? Destiny is definitely an interesting one. I don't know if I'll ever get back to Destiny. It's just too much grind. Yeah, I agree, Tamoy. I mean, to be fair, with the faction wars, a lot of it comes down to, like, you know, time. Like, it's one of those game modes that, like, just eventually you'll be able to do faction wars because you'll have rares, epics, and legendaries that you could use for those factions. But a lot of times it's in the early game, it's just waiting for the ones that you actually have to be able to utilize them. Talked about the raid delay in Swago yet? I haven't, no. I mean, I guessed it. I called it. Made a video about that where I was like, hey guys, I'm pretty sure the raid's not coming for an extra like 3 months. And sure enough, here we are. So I'll make a video about it tonight. Fair, Alex RG. See, I couldn't wait for that just because we had the summoning event going on right now. Battlefront? I've heard that Destiny 2's PvP content is in shambles right now. How long does it take to get max level in raid? It depends on how diligent you are, how much you're paying attention, and that type of thing. I've seen people that are level 100. I've met someone who's played since the game started who's at level 97 currently. So it just kind of depends. Okay, we're missing one. Oh, no, we're supposed to be on the Stewards of Arnok. Okay, one more. Gosh dang it. I don't want an ancient shard. Or not an ancient shard. Mystery shard, whatever they're called. I need the gear, gosh dang it. I had one. I remember the first time that I played through the beginning of the game. I was on this exact mission and I got a mystery shard like 7 times in a row. And I was like, please. Please no. Like, I know it happened to me the first time. Please don't do it again to me. Oh my gosh. I have 134 mystery shards saved up. Yeah, I mean, I had 760, I think, saved up, and I just used all of mine last night to get the last little bit I needed for the summoning event. I heard Appley. I'm excited to listen to the song on stream today. Another attack champion with what? With attack mods, I'm guessing? Yeah, with offense artifacts. Okay. You're an attack champion. Congratulations. You are now inheriting a whole bunch of garbage gear. I hate these missions so much. I'm gonna keep pushing the campaign. As nice as it is to work on missions, I'm gonna keep pushing campaign. We need to get through campaign as fast as we can. Yeah, I mean, how I use them to basically do all of my stuff, which is probably not the most efficient way of using them, but it is the fastest way of using them, is I needed to open 400 of them, so I'd open up 70 of them, and then I would take all of the uncommons and then sacrifice all the commons into leveling them up, and then sacrifice the uncommons into getting them up to 3-star and making food. And then I would open up another 65 and then do the same thing over and again and just keep doing that. And so I ended up with like a good like 13 3-stars that I could utilize as food to help me out. We officially have Demon Lord open. Heck yeah. What's our guild look like for Demon Lord? Have we finished easy? It looks like we finished easy. Okay, so we've finished this far. They've never beaten hard though. They need Dave, dude. That's what we need right now, is we need Dave. I don't really have good mods for these characters or anything, but hey. We're just gonna throw it in here and call it a day. My JML Relic 6, do I get him to 9 or do I grab 7? I need a Java unlock to start. I would focus down the Java unlock. I don't think it's gonna be super insane to get him to Relic 9. You can, certainly. Relic 8, I could see being warranted. I have a Relic 8 JML and I like the Relic 8 JML. I don't think the Relic 9 is necessary on any character ever. He is the best Relic 9 to do. That's not a requirement, but I'd rather see you work on the Java. So Relic 7, and then if you're feeling spicy, go for the Relic 8, but I don't think you necessarily need it. See, this is the power of Kale. This is our first time doing this, and we're already almost up to 1 million with just 2 characters. The power of Kale, my friends. The power of 1, the power of 2, the power of many, the power of Kale. Why didn't you put your alt in your own guild? My guild is low, or too high of requirements. This account's too low. Best Relic 9 is fast, but the only first order that isn't a platoon. Yeah, sure. Ray was your first? That's wild. Yeah, I mean, if you build up Great Mothers, Balin's so close that you might as well, especially because it helps guild as well. Like you can get a lot of good stuff because of it. You know, you're getting Merrick for territory war, and then you know Shin is obviously for the team. territory war, territory battle. My bad. And then you have the Great Mothers, and so like there's not really an L requirement there, and Thrawn's just a solid character in general. So. Let's see. Yeah, so with my 2 keys, I'm already up to the warrior chest on the first day that I played the game. This is why we get Kale as our first character, guys. And this is why we utilize our Kale. These people are using a legendary in all epics and getting 480k with 2 keys. This guy is using a different starter and 2 extra epics, and I'm over here using my starter promo champion and Kale and already maxing out my crate on easy. Like, your Kale's a little too strong. Dude, my Kale has level 8 artifacts. My Kale is garbage. He has artifacts with no speed on him. My Kale is not good right now. He could be so much better. Kale is insane. He is such a good character. Tomoy, did you not start with Kale? Like, by tomorrow, I could easily have Kale at a much better spot. And if I was willing to spend the $15, I could, like, literally, I could have a 5-star Kale right now if I was willing to spend the $15. And, like, yeah, I would be doing solid. In fact, why not? Why not, right? Let's see how far we can push things if we spend the $15. I'm willing to do it for you guys. For you guys, I'm willing to do it. I didn't even buy this on my original account because I wasn't sure where to spend money when I first started. Kale is going to be absolutely beautiful by the end of the time playing today. Do as I say, not as I do. Please don't ever do what I just did. Do not use epic skill books on rare champions. I'll take some crit rate. Okay, and any other easy challenges I can finish. Upgrade Kale to level 50. You know what? F it. Why not? I'm not using these right now. Yes, it's a waste. I don't care. Oh, yeah, we don't need any of those anymore until we get them to 6-star. Okay, there we go. What other website you streaming on? I'm streaming on YouTube as well. So I'm streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube. So I've got dual chats going on right now. But yeah, this is my main channel for my regular gameplay. If you want to follow me for Raid Shadow Legends content, my Raid Shadow Legends channel. Let me grab the grab the link for it real quick. There you guys go. Where'd you find the Apprentice Pass? It's just right here in the passes. It only shows up for the first month you play the game. Have you played an account before? Yeah, this is my second account. I have a main account. I mean, I'm doing content for this game at this point. I am a content creator for Raid Shadow Legends now. And so, yeah, this is my second account. Troopers on break coming in with the raid. We're playing some Raid Shadow Legends for the raid, you know? Have you ever played Battle Beavers? Must be Gumby's main account. Yeah, it only lasts for the first month. So if you don't have a huge jump into the game, Tomoy, like if you haven't played a ton of Raid Shadow Legends, I suggest starting a new account. There is so much that you're getting for starting a new account. Not only are you getting Zargala and Ugo, you're also getting, you know, your Supreme Gaelic, which you can only get during this month, and it's an amazing legendary character. If you start an account before 10 days from now, the 26th, you're also going to be getting Alice. So you just, you know, it's a great time to start a new account if you haven't gotten very far. And then if you're willing to spend a bit of money, you can spend money on that, and it's going to be a great start for you. I mean, I already have my Kale at level 50, 5-star, fully extended. Like, we are going to stomp. In fact, should we spend some of our gems and try again and just see how much score that we can get as a player on our first day? I would say anything 3-star or below it's worth selling, Alex RG, except for crit rate gauntlets and speed boots. Those are the only two that I wouldn't just instantly sell. 4-star is still usable. 5-star is the sweet spot. 6-star, if they have good stats, you always keep. Raid Shadow Legends has a much larger player base than Galaxy of Heroes. About 8 times the amount, if you're wondering for numbers. That's a rough guesstimate, just saying. That's based on their revenue, because I do know the revenue numbers for both games. In fact, I would actually say it's probably closer to 10 to 12 times the amount, because that's factoring in Lightspeed bundle purchases. Was that piece of chicken as a cute piece? Yeah, so in this game, you sacrifice champions to level up characters. So, you know, if you want to make a 3-star character into a 4-star character, you have to get your 3-star character fully leveled, and then you have to sacrifice 3 other level 3 characters to be able to get him to 4-star. And alternatively, you can also get chickens, so you're not sacrificing other characters that might be good for your account. You're instead using chickens instead of people. So cannibalism and chickens are interchangeable in this game. Don't you want gems for scrolls? Yes, I definitely want gems for scrolls. We'll see if we can get enough gems today to try and get to getting the scrolls, and then we'll see if we can't get 100 crystals or 100 gems to be able to do the see just how high of a score we can get with all of our masteries on him. I have an old account if I ever want to boot up Raid Shadow Legends again. I mean, fair. You're gonna get some good stuff. Yeah, Devin, I was talking to their community manager about it, and I was explaining what Lightspeed bundles were to the Plarium community manager, and he was like, "Interesting. I'll have to look into that." So if it happens, I'm gonna take all of the credit. It was all me. Did you see the Han Lightspeed bundle is back? No. Am I gonna buy it? Probably not. Yeah, dude, starting with Supreme Gaelic is absolutely crazy. Like, this is so nice. I am kind of jealous of everyone that's starting. Like, I love my Sun Wukong. Don't get me wrong. I love Sun Wukong. But this Supreme Gaelic is absolutely delectable. The AoEs are gross. Don't make me buy the Han Lightspeed bundle for you. So, it's such a big struggle because my first Zeta I ever dropped in Galaxy of Heroes was Stormtrooper Han Zeta. This was before I knew Zetas were expensive and hard to get. I dropped Stormtrooper Han Zeta to be able to get through the CLS event at lower gear. And so I have a Gear 8 Stormtrooper Han with a Zeta, and I've always wanted a home for him, but I've just never been willing to relic him and find a home for him. But this Lightspeed bundle provides that. If I were to buy this Lightspeed bundle and then the Afra bundle next time it comes around, I'd have a home for him. But, don't test me. How about you spend that money on some more ramen or perhaps a new PC? I feel like that's a little bit more important, my friend. It's the Hans bundle, so it comes with every single one of the Hans, Tamoy. Yeah, Alex RG, I've seen all the crazy stuff with the Sonicron. I went up against one just the other day in GAC, and I was really nervous to go up against it. Especially, I think most men would put Beaver above themselves. Oh gosh. Which one am I tempted for? I'm not tempted for the Afra bundle. I'm tempted for the Han bundle. The Han bundle is very tempting just because it would give me a reason to have the Stormtrooper thing, as well as it opens up a special mission for my guild. So I can help out my guild as well in territory battle. Got you fried. You're my okay, troopers. That's wild, Alex. Dude, I remember when I had Sun Wukong and Kale, this specific section in normal and hard, I struggled so hard in, but we're just destroying through it with Supreme Gaelic right now. Do you think CG would ever lower the price of specific Lightspeed bundles? I think there's a chance with really bad Lightspeed bundles. Like, I think there's a chance that the Boba and Django Lightspeed bundle, it dies. Like, it disappears. I think it could go down to like $10 and people would maybe buy it. Like, I would consider buying it at $10 just because it would give me the like Zetas and Omicrons, and that's it. Like, that's the only reason I would ever buy it. Exactly, Alex RG. The rock paper scissors matchup with the two of them is a little rough. You are not wrong. Oh, hold on. Before we continue, we do have a new rare skill book. So let's get this beautiful man his skill book. Somebody please get this man a gun. Anyone? Anyone? Name that movie. Come on, someone out there has got to like the movies I like. Oh my gosh, Slooty Storm. Oh, yes, exactly. Troopers on break. Robin Hood, welcome to the damn community, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, dude, I need to go and rewatch John Wick. I love John Wick 1. I'm not a huge fan of the following movies. I like John Wick 2. John Wick 3 felt a little over the top. I like John Wick 4 more, but not as much as 2 or 1. But 1 is just the supreme movie for me. I love John Wick 1. It is one of my favorite action movies of all time. I'm all out. I gotta get this fusion done. Oof, Battle Beavers. Yeah. It's a rough fusion to be working on. I'm trying to get through it myself. What were your thoughts, Skaties? First time watching through the John Wick movies. What were your thoughts? Who is your favorite character? A lot of people's favorite character is, oh, it's the guy that plays Zavala. I don't remember his name. Why do I not remember his name? His name's like Chiron or Charon or something like that in John Wick. The dog, easily. Yeah, the guy from Destiny. He passed away right after filming John Wick 4. I don't remember his name. Lance Reddick, there you go. Yep, that's his name. I don't like how in John Wick 4 they reduced John Wick into like classic, you know, like classic Asian hero kind of style where he doesn't talk, kind of like the Ronin kind of style of hero. I didn't like that, and I was really hoping by the end of John Wick 4 he'd finally get his ending, you know, because his wife wants nothing more for him than him to like actually move on, and you know, that was kind of the whole point of the first movie, and I wanted him to get his ending where he finally finds happiness outside of things, but you know, we still haven't gotten that. So my bald-headed Titan bro, dude. Okay, as much as I love Lance Reddick in those movies, I hate Zavala. There's so many people that like Zavala. I despise Zavala so much. I always have. I think Zavala is just the worst. You're not wrong, troopers. You're not wrong. Yep, okay, so Charon is your favorite as well. And then favorite movie was John Wick 1, then John Wick 3. Interesting. For me, John Wick 3 was rough because, I don't know, it felt a little too over the top. It felt like those games of pretend that you play as a kid where you're like, oh, but you can't shoot me with your gun because I'm wearing invincible armor. And it's like, well, I can shoot through your invincible armor because I have a really cool shotgun with explosive rounds, is the same way that John Wick 3 felt like to me. Was like, it just felt really over the top, and it had a lot of that, like, I don't know, it feels like two kids playing make-believe. Like, obviously the practical effects and like the way that Keanu Reeves does everything is very realistic, but like the overall technology and things like that, and like the shootouts and all that kind of stuff kind of got way too over the top and didn't feel grounded to me. He played a dragon. He played a dragon in Vox Machina, right? He plays like the main bad dragon in Vox Machina. What's that one line? I don't even know what movie it's from. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up. If you're a kid, close your ears. It doesn't say anything terrible, but
And if I happen to come across a shit's mirror in the toilet bowl of that employee restroom, I will personally go to each and every one of your homes and shit in places that will leave you confused for the rest of your lives. And if
I have no idea what movie that's from or anything, but it's so great. The Eric Andre show? Oh gosh, I bet that's interesting. Nice, Louis Star. I just pulled 3 legendaries yesterday. Yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever it was. Yeah, Lego books are always rough. It takes a while before you can get them, at least to some degree, easily. And like, if you're looking to spend money in this game, books are typically one of the best ways that you can spend money in this game, just because you get a really good return on investment.
At Godfrey's the remain realizing.
Yeah, I watched. I'm not caught up on the newest season of Vox Machina, but I have watched Vox Machina. I need to Skaties. The problem with the new Daredevil show is I've heard that you kind of need to watch the 3rd season of the Daredevil show to you know, have a full idea of what's going on. The problem is the 3rd season of the Daredevil show is the one that I don't remember at all. Like, I don't remember a lot of the first 2 seasons, but like, I don't remember any of season 3 of Daredevil. And so I need to go and I need to rewatch that, and then I'm gonna start watching it. I did watch like a couple scenes over my roommate's shoulder, and it looks really good. But yes, we did say Lego. That's what they call legendaries in Raid Shadow Legends is Legos. My clan boss just doesn't give me books like ever. Oof. But yeah, I just started I've got new shows that I'm starting. I'm trying to catch up on shows. Like, I got so much to watch. I just finished rewatching Moon Knight with my roommate because he'd never seen it before, and I really enjoyed Moon Knight. I just started the newest season of Invincible. I just watched the first episode with my roommate, so I'm going to be watching through the rest of that. Yeah. So like, I don't know. There's so much to watch, guys. I've tried, because like when I first started playing D&D, my DM and a lot of the players that I was playing with loved Critical Role. I just could not listen to it. It was just not my thing to listen to it. And I've tried since, and mostly the only times that I've been able to successfully listen to it is when I listen to it in preparation for me being a DM and trying to learn how to storytell like him, and like less of storytelling and more of setting a scene. He does a great job of setting scenes, and so I wanted to learn about that. And so like, that's the most that I've ever really watched Critical Role. I'll watch clips now and again. Like, the clips will pop up on my like TikTok and YouTube, and like, that's great. But like, I just can't get into it. Vox Machina, I think, is a solid way of showing off a D&D campaign. I think it's done beautifully, and it's really fun because you can kind of look at it and you can be like, oh, I can see how someone would have rolled for this to happen. And like, it's kind of fun to kind of look at it as, how was this rolled? So yeah, I really like Vox Machina. Proposing we do a Daredevil watch party. That'd be a lot of fun. I'd be down to do that as like a members only thing. We need to finish our Andor watch party before season 2. Oof, Battle Beavers. A new Suits LA episode tonight? What's Suits LA? Wait, is that like a Suits spin-off show? Sounds good, Heinrich. You have a great night. I mean, he's not a terrible character to have, but his farm doesn't help your roster much. So like, finish it. Yeah, you put that much work into it, definitely finish it. Make sure you have Jedi to support it, but yeah, definitely finish it. I have watched Suits. I've watched everything but like the last 2 seasons. I started to lose interest when sorry, it's been like a year since I watched it. Is it Mike? When Mike left? That's what kind of when I stopped watching. I watched like one more season after that, but I was just not as nearly as interested about it. I started rewatching it recently, and I was like, yeah, this is good, but you know, there's other shows that I really need to watch. Probably gonna say thanks for your Bo-Katan guide. Watch 3 or 4 other guides for Bam, Grogu tier, and yours was by far the easiest to follow, and that one helped me. Thanks, enjoy raid. Thanks, Xeno Knight. You know, I'm glad it helped, my friend. It's definitely one that I've like actually considered just making a video of just that tier because it's so difficult. So. That's wild, Skaties. Although, to be fair, a lot of content creators suggest that you stay in silver or below to avoid, you know, not being able to do your dailies and that type of thing. So, like, it might just be that. We got another rare book.
This, but
He's only level 28? Wait, like, overall, he's level 28. Like, his account is level 28. That's wild. That means he spent so much money. Hey, Aromatics, welcome, my friend. Do we have a couple General Kenobis in the chat? Can we get Trooper, Bobo, some of you guys that are members to drop some General Kenobis in the chat for Aromatics? Ooh, I can get one from the campaign. Sick. Yep, thank you for noticing that. Sweet. Supply that to him as well. Oh my gosh, that was 3 books. Holy shiz. He's almost fully booked now. That's wild. I will take that. Switching over to YouTube for a second just to get the General Kenobis in. You're awesome, Astro. Yeah, that is so much money. Holy crap, Skaties. This is also another one that I really struggled with on with Sun Wukong and Kale. We have to get some raid emojis now. Probably not for this channel, but if we get monetized on the other channel for Raid Shadow Legends, then absolutely, I'm down to do it. I'm actually considering like looking at just how many people are streaming Raid Shadow Legends right now on Twitch. I think we might start a Twitch for the Raid Shadow Legends channel. I think that's actually a solid idea, so I'm probably going to start that later tonight when I have a moment and get a Twitch channel up and running for that channel. Yeah, having Gaelic is so nice for the rock, paper, scissors. I got JML to Relic 7 today. How hard is his Ultimate Journey event here? I honestly don't think it's that hard. How far in is your main account? It's 3 months in now, I think. No, it's just over 2 months. Just over 2 months. It's probably 2 months and a week. Hey, Mech 999999999999. Hello to you too, my friend. How are you doing? I am having a damn good time here in the Beaver Dam. We've we've done so much work in the first, couple hours of this account. It's wild. Tried to fight the Fabian Arena and I lost, but to be fair, one more turn I would have won. He had another legendary that's not from the promo code on his team. Oh, interesting. You guys know each other? You're everywhere. Yeah, like if you have a Relic 7 JML, you'll have zero problems doing it. I think the first time I did it, I had like 2 Zetas. I had a Relic 7, but I had like 2 Zetas. I see him like whenever I watch a raid. Oh gosh. We'll have to start up a raid channel on Twitch because we're you know, we got our YouTube raid channel and everything, but you know, I think starting up a Twitch channel because I don't know what we're gonna do for streams overall. But for sure we're gonna, every time we do shard openings, we're gonna do them on live. So and I'm actually really enjoying our little game we played last time that we streamed our
Hello there.
Our Jades, thank you for the follow, my friend. I actually really enjoyed last stream where we played our little game of, I guess, based on the kit, how high they're rated on Hell Hades. It was a lot of fun. I'll do some cosplays. Yes. Oh, there's a character. Hold on. I've got it. I've got it. One sec. Here's your first cosplay to do. Troopers. Can I zoom in at all? So you got completely open across this entire area, and then you got armor and a cape. What do you think? I say you cosplay Seducer, Troopers on break. Chance for shards. Yeah, because I'm trying to do the fusion event. I just used all of my sacred shards that I had. So yeah, Bobo, that's probably my biggest problem is like next time I do shard openings, I need to lock characters that are like really good and then unlock characters that aren't, just so I can keep my food and my good characters I pull away from each other. Because I can barely remember which are which after the fact. Ayo, I got $20. I forgot about that. $20 for what? Yeah, I pulled 3 legendaries, no really crazy legendary, but we did pull basically enough dwarves to make a dwarven team, which is cool. Not that like factions really matter in this game, but it was cool to see that we could like, you know, get a dwarven team going.
What's here?
Seduce me! Yes. I've seen that. I barely played TF2, but I have seen that video. I never pulled good legendaries. Yeah. Well, we pulled one that was a dwarf that was pretty good. Like, she was like a 4. She's the one that has, what is it? Whenever she's attacked, here, we're gonna switch this out and do that from here on out, just because they're starting to die off. Whenever she's attacked, all allies gain 25% turn meter, cooldown of 1 turn, which was wild. I was like, this ability is insane. Yes, faction wars, but like I'm talking about like you're not getting anything bonus for a full faction. That's what I'm saying. Is like like in Galaxy of Heroes, which is the main game we play on this account, like you're trying to build Imperial Remnant, you're trying to build Imperial Troopers, you're trying to build Jedi because the factions matter. In this game, the factions don't really matter. Yes, faction wars is important, but like you're not getting anything for building a dwarf team besides, you know, the characters you need to do stuff in faction. So Spark of the Rebellion Zeta, you're gonna have to tell me which character that's on. That could be one of a million. That sounds like Rose's Zeta. If you're willing to put the Omicron on, then yes, but if you're not willing to put the Omicron on, I wouldn't put it on. Yeah, Faction Wars has great rewards. I'm just referring to, like, I'm not getting anything extra for building a full dwarf team, and, like, it's probably going to be better to build that dwarf into another team that I'm using for things versus building a dwarf faction team. Now have to do Ewoks over it becomes content for me. I'm down. Love that. Troopers on break. Is there much that transfers playstyle wise between SWGO and RSL? Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of it does, honestly. Like, you know, it comes down to there's going to be mechanics that are confusing to a player coming in, but a lot of it you kind of understand how it works. You understand how ability block works. You're going to understand how poison works. It's basically just damage over time. And you know, there's a ton of mechanics that just knowing how to play Galaxy of Heroes is gonna make it so it's much easier to get into Raid Shadow Legends. Like it's been pretty easy to get into this game comparatively because of the fact that I play Galaxy of Heroes. How to play stream and teach me? Do I need body paint though? Yeah, and actually honestly wouldn't be a bad thing to do is you know, teach you how to play on stream. That'd be a fun time. Yeah, the Unity legendaries are something that's, you know, gonna utilize that a bit, but that's way far out for someone like me. Radis. Honestly, I'd have to look up what that Zeta does, but honestly, it's the AdRad team. So like if you need a team, and AdRad's a solid team. It's not like an S tier team, but it's a solid team. Like bounces between B and A tier. I'd probably say A tier on offense, B tier on defense. But you know, it's a solid team, and it definitely deserves the Zetas. My first legendary was Tomb Lord. 4 poisons were nice. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Heck yeah, Troopers on break. I don't know. I haven't heard from him either. Here, I'll shoot him a DM. You're right. I haven't heard from Grax. It's probably been a week since I've seen Grax in anything. I saw him in I saw him about a week ago on Marvel Rivals. We played a bit, and he was in chat for a bit for Marvel Rivals. But you alive? There we go. Our Gaelic's finally max level. Dude, we pulled, let's see, we pulled a total of 4 Sacred Shards and like 33 Primal Shards and didn't get a single Legendary. Like, I was so upset that we hadn't gotten a Legendary yet. I'm so glad we finally got a couple. Even though they aren't great Legendaries, we got a couple Legendaries, and that feels good. Hey, Appley. Yeah, and honestly, as soon as this stream ends, we'll be jumping right into Grand Arena and doing another stream. So, as I said, we're doing 3 streams today, and we're getting like 9 hours of streaming in today. Do you remember who they are? One of them's a pirate ninja. That his entire kit's based around him becoming invisible, and doesn't really work well with a team. It seems like he doesn't really have anything that works with a team. It seems very single target damage and all affecting himself. One is a legendary dwarf that has a passive ability that every time she's damaged, her allies gain 25% turn meter. I don't remember what the last one is. Not a pirate monkey, no. Just it looks like a pirate ninja. I think he's supposed to be a pirate, but he looks like a pirate ninja.
You will need that.
Oh, Ravagan. Oh, there, heck yeah. There's a void shard for finishing. And then we're almost to our void shard as well. This one we're going to be able to 3-star real quick, so let's go ahead and 3-star that real quick. He's called Arashi the Riptide. There you go. Con Warlock knows. Yeah, dude, if you start raid, like literally you could play for your first day, you could play for 12 hours straight. Like that's how much the energy you get at the beginning and how much you can play. Grax assures me that he is alive, Astro, and that he's just been lurking mostly because he's asleep most of the time that we're streaming. Okay, and then any other... We got one here that we need a 3-star. Just in case, we'll do that. Can see us being a non-Hux SLKR with Chupio and 3PO. With Chupio and 3PO, I think it might be difficult, but I think it's possible. Honestly, what you could do is you could actually throw in like a singular person and bait out SLKR's poke ability, and then throw in Imperial Troopers, I think. Starkiller will kill that really easily. CLS might struggle a bit. Okay, instead of doing this on auto, we're gonna do it manual. Okay, let's hit this one first. Hit that next. Might just be safe and throw Starkiller. Yeah. Trying to conserve banners makes sense. How are you going to handle pulls for this alt account? We're just going to pull them as we go. We're not waiting on anything. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, these characters are great. I might have to switch these guys to... I might have to switch him to a health steal set. Yeah. Hit auto. Are you getting the fusion on your main? I am trying my best to. Okay, sounds good, Astro. Okay, let's upgrade mods on this silly little man real quick because he's struggling. I'm willing to drop up to level 8 on these. We don't have any better artifacts, do we? No, our artifact list is pretty garbage right now. Oh, but we could throw that on. Plus 15% HP and heals by 3% every turn. That wouldn't be bad for a stat. Attack. Dang. Crit rage, accuracy. We don't really have great stats on these. Ooh, but that's solid. That's a solid piece of gear. Oh, and we landed on speed. Yep. Okay, we're gonna switch to that for that. And then we just need one more semi-good piece. What's our current one? Attack percentage. Attack percentage. HP percentage. None of these are really great to swap out. I think we'll have to go with a shield. Let's go with this shield. Speed? No speed. We got health percentage though. Okay, we're gonna do that. Troopers and fair troopers. Yes, I am going to be streaming GAC here in about probably an hour. Do you have a ring you can put on him? I doubt it. We have a Sylvan Watchers and a Sacred Order ring. That's all we have, and neither of these characters are either of that. This is Dark Elves, and that's Orcs. Okay, let's try this again. I didn't mean to click on that. Dang, attacking 4 times at random when there's only one enemy is wild. Oh, that was so close. Holy crap. Oh. Oh, there's one other one in here that we didn't 3-star. Oh gosh. If you're going to download the game right now, troopers, make sure you use the link that's in the description or scan the QR code over there. So that way you can be able to get some solid stuff to start out. I mean, either way, anyone that plays this game, if you don't download it using a link from a content creator, you're like severely underpowering your roster to start because you get extra free characters. But yes, I will plug myself shamelessly. I would, honestly, with what you're getting right now, if you've played the game before and you're getting into it now, I would start a new account. Hey, Atticus. What's your name on YouTube? Deacon on level 40? Like Deacon the turn meter character? Dang, that's solid. It takes a while to get to level 40, so it's gonna be a little rougher, but that's solid. That's it, right? That's the last 3-star. There we go. Okay, let's open our void shards right now. Come on. Oh, it's just a rare. Paragon. Hey, it's a dark elf. Attacks 3 times at random. Each has a heal reduction. Decrease attack defense. Unkillable buff on target ally. Okay, so it's just target ally. I got excited there for a second. And he seems okay. What is max level for this game? Level 100. Appreciate you, troopers. You, and I like you. Okay, last one. Come on, mythic. You can't get a mythic, but none of the banner lords are good. I guess strengthen's good. Like, I've never gotten a banner lord that I've looked at and been like, wow, that looks amazing. It's always been like, that's okay. Hey, I got an elder. That looks like food. Yeah, elder's food. But he's got the piercings, bro. That's how you know he's a powerful champ. Well, we finished normal. We're on to hard now. Do we have any 5 stars? No, we don't have any 5 stars, right? Yeah. We are a long ways away from this guy getting up another rank. We are almost up to the 800 gems that we need, though, which is nice. I don't know why the PC client's doing this. Been doing it for some time now. We're gonna just keep going for now. Try and push out as many or as far as we can. Alex is over on Twitch now. Oh, we got someone over in here. Okay. Yes, I am bound to teach you this game, troopers. DM me and we'll figure out a time this week. So with Hunter shutting down, I need a new second game to play. Is Raid worth starting as a true new player? I've looked at this game in a while but never downloaded it. So overall, I'm going to say yes. And like, I've actually really enjoyed this game. The beginning, as a new player, you get a ton to start out, and the beginning is rough, not because it's hard to get started, but rather it's a little easy to start. And so you don't really see the true appeal of the game at the very beginning, I feel like, just because you can be so overpowered. Like, as you can see right now, I'm literally just blasting through these levels because, you know, I know a little bit of what I'm doing and I'm just destroying. But the new player experience is really solid. It never really feels like Galaxy of Heroes, like you're waiting to get to level 85 so you can actually play the game. But the more I've played this game, the more I've really enjoyed it. In fact, I've been playing this more than I've played Galaxy of Heroes lately. I've been enjoying it. So yeah, I'd give it a shot. And if you're gonna play the game, make sure you use a content creator link. So either scan the QR code, whichever direction that is. I recently switched which direction my camera's facing, so I gotta double check. Yeah, the QR code up there, or follow the link down below if you want to get started. And you're gonna get a whole bunch of extra stuff to start. And this month is the 6th-year anniversary of the game, and so they're giving out a ton of stuff. Like this character, Supreme Gaelic, that I'm using is absolutely busted, and it's only this month that you can get him with the promo code Supreme6. So I genuinely am loving this game, and especially with Galaxy of Heroes, the fleet meta being where it is, I've been struggling a bit more to play the game. And I really hope they fix the fleet meta a bit in the next coming months, because I love Galaxy of Heroes, and I don't want to stop playing it, because I really do enjoy the game. But it has been a little bit more of a struggle. Yes, you're getting Zargala and Ugo. So Zargala at level 1 after you finish the tutorial, and then Ugo you'll get at level 15. Best 3-star in the game, Lameller. Isn't the best rare Cold Heart? I thought Cold Heart was the best rare in the game. Since my toaster died, I can't play Raid. It literally cooks my phone. Hey, Grax, maybe you'll win the PC that I'm going to give away. I'm not crazy, right? What? My opponent clearly has Jar Jar, but doesn't place him with his Gungans. Can I just Phoenix that? In 3v3, I don't know how good Phoenix is against Gungans, but without Jar Jar, I feel like the answer is yes. Yeah, only for new peeps, sadly. The Supreme Gaelic is only if it's your first day. So if you download Raid today and you open up Raid today, make sure you use a content make sure you download using a content creator link like the one in the description down below. And then make sure you type in Supreme6 into the promo code section on your phone. If you're using iOS, it doesn't have promo codes in there because there's this weird glitch with iOS. They're being a hassle for Raid. And so there's a website that you can go to type in that code. But either way, within the first 24 hours of you playing the game for the first time, you need to make sure you type in Supreme6 so that way you can get Supreme Gaelic and get started with an amazing character. So. Is it 72 hours? I've heard 72 hours and I've heard 24 hours. And so I just always say 24 hours just because I don't want to be caught with my pants down and people accuse me because they're like, I thought I had 3 days. So I always just say the first 24 hours. It could be the first 72 hours. Sounds good, Clay. I will take a look at it. Yeah, if you go to here, there's a link. Let's see if it's still in the chat. I don't know. Does anyone still have that link? There it is. For those of you who haven't seen it, there is my other channel all dedicated to Raid Shadow Legends, and almost the entirety of it is new player guides, and will continue to be new player guides until such a time as I feel like I covered all of the new player topics. Then we'll move on to more advanced things, then kind of circle back to new player topics every 6 months or so. I don't think it's on Twitch, unfortunately. Hold on, let me get the code over on Twitch. I completely forgot to add it to the description on Twitch because I don't stream on Twitch very often. Or rather, I don't change my settings on Twitch very often. So let me get that over for you guys. Okay, there's my content creator link, and we'll pin it. So if you want to download the game, just follow that link, and I will pin it over on YouTube as well to make it easier for you guys. If you guys want to download the game. Okay. Starting to wonder if I should start a new account for Raid. Dude, this month is the best month to get started on a new Raid account. Like, the amount of stuff that you're getting on a new Raid account is absolutely wild. Like, I can only spare 3 or 4 days away. Yeah, that's fine. So this game is not based around PvP nearly as much as Galaxy of Heroes. It's PvE based, and so like you'll miss out on some events maybe here and there, but you're not really racing against anyone. You're not like trying to build into GAC like you are for Galaxy of Heroes. So you can take this game at your own pace. In fact, the first month I played it, I probably missed 5 or 6 days during my first month. And it really hasn't affected my roster that much. So like, yeah, you can definitely play it intermittently. Since they don't have Jar Jar, riposte works. Yes, it does. Happily, that is 100% true. Yes, you do want to be. I would suggest trying to play your first week, playing every day at least, to try and get your Alice as soon as possible and get through Alice stuff. I do believe as long as you play at least 7 days within your first month, you get Alice. but you have to play 7 days, and then you only have a month to get through like the entirety of Alice's stuff, because after you unlock Alice after the first 7 days, then there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can get for Alice. It'll give you gear pieces for her and all kinds of good stuff for her, and so you want to be able to play as much as you can during the first month just to get the most out of your Alice, but you're not necessarily going to be like strictly penalized. Like, I didn't play every day and I still got Alice unlocked. I still got a lot of the good stuff for Alice done. I didn't get the final rewards, but I got some really good stuff for her. So any hands-on teaching? I got you, troopers. Tell me more, please. So right now I have 2 PCs sitting right here. One PC I just built and I just got a new graphics card for it. I managed to pick myself up a nice 5070 Ti, which cost me a pretty penny. But like, I'm running a dual PC setup right now, and I've had way too many glitches with the dual PC setup. I'm not a big fan of how it's set up. I hate going over there to my other PC, and I don't want to have to buy more parts for switches to make it so that way I can use my, this right here, this keyboard and mouse to be able to control both PCs. It's just a pain, and I'm not enjoying it. And so I've got a PC right there I'm thinking about giving away as part of a channel. It's about 5 years old. It still runs everything perfectly fine. It just won't run streaming and gaming at the same time. And honestly, if you were to upgrade the GPU, you could probably stream and game at the same time, but you just have a little bit older of a machine. But yeah, it's a solid PC, and it's what I've been playing on for the last couple of years. It's what I've been streaming on up until the last couple of weeks. And so I'm thinking about giving that one away, so we shall see. April 10th is the final day to get her stuff, assuming that you've actually gotten into the game before the 26th. According to Polarium, they did send me a briefing about when Alice stops. And according to the brief, Alice, the last day that you can sign in and get Alice as part of the thing going on is going to be the 26th, and then you need to finish everything by April 10th. Otherwise, you will not get any rewards. So you need to sign in by the 26th, and even then, you'll only have 2 weeks to get as much as you can out of the Alice event. If I understand what they're saying correctly. There will be another Stream Shack, Dag. Can you do the second part after it expires here soon? The second part. I don't believe so, Bobo, if I understand what you're asking. Sweet. What's the command for it? Raid link? So if I type in... There you go. Sweet. Thank you, Grax. Yeah, I know, Grax. Well, I'll look into shipping, and I may do US only, just depending on how bad the shipping is out of country. Is Alice event hard? It's not an event. It's just signing in. That's it. You don't actually have an event to get her. It's just signing in, and then you get her. So there's no difficulty when it comes to getting Alice. Like here, I'll show you right here. Alice Chase. So right here, you get 7 days in, and you're gonna unlock Alice for free. And then you get 14 days in, and you'll unlock the 2-star split soul, which is going to be helpful. And then it goes into phase 2, where you'll have 21 days to get these, and it's going to be earning flags. You can earn a max of 75 flags per day. And a battle in the campaign gives you 1 flag, a battle in the dungeon gives you 1 flags, a faction wars 2 flags, arena 2 flags, and clan boss 5 flags. And so you're trying your best to get 75 a day and make it so that way you can get to 1050 if you can. If you don't make it to this, it's not a big deal. I think the farthest I made it was I think I made it to the 825, maybe the 975, I can't remember. But, the farther you push, the better the stuff you're going to get for Alice. So, And just because you don't get this here and don't get this finished doesn't mean you're locked out of getting good things for Alice. You can still get these in other places in the game. It's just you get it for free if you do it like that. USA only means European country is discrimination against the world. I think it's actually considered nationalist. I don't know, though. There is. I don't know if they actually have a faction that I can look up. They have, let's see, Index. They're not all Sacred Order, right? There's Alice. Does anyone know what the Hatter and Cheshire Cat are? Let's see. Would Cheshire Cat be considered a skinwalker? Hatter, no rabbit, yeah. Hatter Sacred Order as well? Did I miss him? Hatter. I'm not seeing Hatter. Is Hatter an epic? Night Revenant? Knight's Revenant. There's Hatter. Yeah, there's the Mad Hatter. And then... Cheshire's a skinwalker? Okay, that's such a wild phrase. The Cheshire Cat is a skinwalker. Okay. Does anyone see him? I feel like I'm being lied to. Demon Spawn. Demon Spawn. Yep, there's Cheshire Cat. Yeah, he looks a little scary. Just a wee bit scary. And then the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, Queen of Hearts and Knave of Hearts. Who would they be considered? Does anyone know what they'd be considered? Yep, there we go. Queen of Hearts. I don't know where the Knave of Hearts, nor do I really care about the Knave of Hearts. Death Lizard Men. Whoa, I was gonna look at Shadowkin real quick because I think it was Shadowkin that I got a guy. This is the guy. This is one of the legendaries that I got the other day. Arashi. Yeah. Pirates. Yeah, the pirate ninja. Arashi the pirate ninja. I don't know. That was one of them, and then dwarves. Dwarves at the bottom. I got Molly Tankard is the other legendary that I got, and then the third legendary I got. I don't remember who it was. I feel like it was a skinwalker. I don't recognize any of the skinwalkers, so it wasn't Skinwalker. Oh, it was Sacred Order. I'm almost positive it was Sacred Order. Hold on. Yeah, it was the Valentine's Day looking one. No, not you. Was it Sacred Order or was it Bannerlords? Check Bannerlords. Sacred Order again. Bannerlords. There she is, Manea. I got Manea. Is there a Darth Molly? Gosh. So those were the 3 legendaries I pulled yesterday. Kale. Kale for sure. Kale is the best starting champion by far. Snow White, essentially, yeah. Yeah, Appley, well, we're going to look into giving away 2 PCs throughout this next year. Because I have a PC right there. I have a 3060 right there. And I have 16 gigs of RAM right here on my desk. And so I've got the RAM. I've got the GPU. I just need to grab basically, you know, a cheap case, CPU, and you know, PCU, and of course or PSU, and then of course the motherboard, and then I have another PC to give away. And so, like, honestly, I could probably whip up a PC for like $400 and then do a giveaway on the channel for fun. And so I think we'll do 2 giveaways for PCs over the coming months just for fun, just because I kind of have the stuff lying around right now. How's the PC client? Oh, it runs beautifully. This game was optimized to run PC. Like that's kind of they definitely built it with in mind with this in mind. Like the PC client's not an afterthought. There's a PC exclusive promo code PP500. We do like our passion projects. There's nothing wrong with a little PP. Yeah, so I've got a PC right there that I'm thinking about giving away. Though that one might go to my sibling. It depends on if they want it. If they don't want it, it'll be given away to you guys, and then I'll be building another one to give you guys. Just because I don't really have a reason to. Like there's not like a specific like fun thing that I'm trying to do with it or anything. It's just like I have the stuff lying around, so why not? Better than Ultimate Death Knight and Rathalos Blade Master. Ultimate Death Knight and Rathalos Blade Master, where are you getting them from? I would say Supreme Gaelic is probably better than Ultimate Death Knight. I don't know Rathalos Blade Master off the back of my hand, though. Blue shard, the ancient shards. I mean, at least it was an epic. That's solid out of your first ancient. You had them on your account when you logged in last month. I mean, yeah, you could stick with those. They're solid characters. I'd have to look up Rathalos Blade Master real quick, but like, I mean, Ultimate Death Knight is solid. I would rather have the Supreme Gaelic, personally, but... let's see. Hell, Hades. Rathalos Blade Master. Rathalos Blade Master looks like a really solid champ. What does his abilities do? This feels like more of a endgame character, though. I feel like this is really good, and he'll be an excellent character, but he feels very boss killery, and like you have to build a team around him. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like he's more of like if you have a good roster to support him, he does really good. Rathalos is part of the Monster Hunter crossover. That makes sense. Rathalos is the name of monster. Supreme Gaelic? Yeah. What about Supreme Gaelic? No, I just started like 2 months ago. We tried opening like 30 primal shards and we didn't get a single mythical. It hurt my soul, dude. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? You're free to play? Very nice. Yeah, I don't think you have to pay to have fun in this game for sure. I think they do a good job of making free to play perfectly viable in this game. F it, why not? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Honestly, that's not a terrible weapon. Please, just roll speed as the last stat. That's all I ask. No. Hey, there's some speed. I'm telling you guys right now, don't do as I do. Yeah, I know I'm out of silver. Sell. Select all. Fine. Anything, let's see, rank and rarity. Anything 1 to 2 star. Select all. Sell. Supreme 6. Yeah. Con Warlock's got you. I have 2 Ugos as well. I pulled an Ugo on my main account as well, Skaties. Yaga the Insatiable is good to keep. I don't know. That's a question for good old hell Hades. This is what I use for like all of this. You said Yaga? Yaga the Insatiable. 2.5 stars. Decent overall, but could be food depending on the quality of your champions already in your roster. Anything 2.5 is like on that brink of like, I don't know if it's worth it. Anything 2-star and below is basically instant food. So like, yeah, that's a lot of 1 and 2 stars throughout his kits. I'd probably say you could turn it into food or maybe keep it for faction wars. I don't think it's good enough to take up necessarily. Do I empower Ugo or keep it for faction guardians empowerment? I would probably empower Ugo or hold on to it for now, because you want them out of your faction guardians so you can utilize them. Either way, I mean, Ugo's just fantastic, and you want as good of an Ugo as possible because she's one of the best champions for Hydra or Chimera. I can't remember which. One of the two. Yeah, make sure that you're going up here to claim your stuff. This little icon in the top right of the chest. That's how you claim your stuff. So you'll like get it into your account, and then you'll come up here, and it'll all be right here to collect. Yeah, I can unlock Gem for 500 gems, but I'm gonna use those gems to instead get some stuff for Kale. I'm like completely out of silver. We need so much more silver, dude. We need to hurry and get through campaign so we can get more silver. I mean, each day we'll, hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say, we have some stuff that we can do. There's a 4-star chicken, I'll take that. And then silver pack. There's another 1,000,000 silver. Gosh, that's so bright. It's $5. I was looking for the free one. Where's the free one? Come on, I need the free one. Give me the free one. Where's the free one? I'm not seeing the free one anywhere. Maybe it's just not here because I have the beginner stuff going on. Okay, 1,000,000. We actually don't want that. Okay, now let's try and take up his last 2 pieces of gear. It gets so expensive to take gear up. Oh my gosh, I succeeded. Oh. Oh, did it not go all the way up? Oh. We have one that hasn't gone up to 16. Can we? Oh, we succeeded. We succeeded. Heck yeah. Okay, there's another 2 books to put on him. He is now fully booked out. We have our Kale's abilities finished. Heck yeah. Day 1 and our Kale's already like almost fully leveled. Yeah, it takes about 6 months to pay off the gem mine track media. 6 months? That sounds wrong. Someone said 6 months and I latched onto that idea. 15... 100... 3 months and 10 days. Takes 3 months and 10 days. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, Devin. I don't know if it'll necessarily help me if you download it and don't play it. But, you know, if you want to try out the game, for sure go try out the game. If not, it's not a big deal. A level 29 account, the word free to play has one of the newest mythical level 60s. I mean, it's possible. It's possible that they just had insane luck and opened up a shard. I don't believe so, Tomoy. I don't believe so. There used to be a new player bonus on Sacred, but I'm not sure if that's still a thing. Yes, that is still a thing. So if you get your first Sacred Shard in your first 24 hours, you do have a double chance of getting a legendary. And that's kind of the point of today's stream, is trying to get to the spot where I can get a sacred shard for free and get a double drop and see if I can't get a legendary. So like if we go over to the portal, sacred shard, 2 times chance of a legendary champ. And the best way to get a sacred on your first 24 hours is to try and complete hard campaign with full 3 stars across the way, and then you'll get your first sacred shard. And so we are working towards that as fast as we can. Can't catch me on the gingerbread man. Is Kale considered a legendary? No, Kale is considered a rare. And the reason you want to farm up Kale first is because A, he's an excellent rare. He is really solid in so many game modes. I still use him on my main account even after 2 months. And having other legendaries and other things in my account, Kale's still part of my main team that I use for most things. But he also is easy to book up. He's easy to get his skills all the way leveled up. He's easy to get up to higher levels because he's a rare. So it's not just a thing of he's good, but he's also easy to get finished. And so because of that, he makes it so it's really good for new players. Yeah, so you're depending on what type it is. If it's a common, it'll be a 1-star. If it's an uncommon, it'll be green and it'll be a 2-star. If it's a rare, it's going to be 3-star and blue. Of course, you can take a rare and make it into a 4-star, a 5-star, a 6-star, but it won't, upgrade the rarity of it. Epics start at 4-star, legendary start at 5-star. I think mythics start at 5-star. Maybe they start at 6-star. I actually don't know. I don't have a mythic yet, so. Kind of like, Grandmaster Yoda. Yeah, Jimmy. Yes, very similar to Jimmy. Yeah, or like Rex. Those kind of characters where it's like, yeah, this is just like solid to get up early. 100%. It can help you just powerhouse your account until you can build up some teams. Mythical start at 6-star. There you go. Yeah, Zargle is solid. She has, if you look at her abilities, she has an ability that if she uses it and kills an enemy, it uses her other ability, which is an AoE that hits twice. And so you can basically use one ability to kill a character, and then it automatically uses her other ability, similar to Gas in Galaxy of Heroes, but only if you kill the enemy. And then her AoE hits twice. And then on top of that, her AoE doesn't go on cooldown after that. So that means you can use her AoE again on her turn, on her next turn. And so you can get 2 uses of her AoE. And I believe, if I recall, her AoE can hit 3 times. If you have her leveled up. So yeah, it becomes an AoE that hits 3 times if you have her fully leveled. And so at first it's, attack an enemy, and then you can use the AoE and it'll attack 2 times. And then as you upgrade her, it'll be use the first ability if it kills someone, use the AoE, it attacks 3 times. Then on her next turn, you can use the AoE and it'll attack 3 times again. She's a huge damage dealer. So she's very solid. Supreme Gaelic is amazing. That's who I'm using right now. If you just want to focus on Kale and Supreme Gaelic to start, they're going to be your pretty solid choices for your first 2. I think getting Zargala up for an arena team is going to be solid as well. And having just a whole bunch of nukers is going to be really solid for an arena team. technically Zargala is higher rated than Kale. I prefer Kale because of his versatility and so much, but she's technically higher. She's higher rated, and she also places the decreased defense debuff, which is super nice on her AOE. So if I were you, I would focus down the Kale and focus down the Supreme Gaelic first, trying to get them leveled up as fast as you can. Once you hit level 6, you'll be able to start leveling champions in the Tavern. So, agreed, Track Media. The fact that it's easier to level up the abilities of Kale makes them really helpful. Chat, please listen. I just came across a few streamers doing things I never. Okay, so never use legendary champions to upgrade another legendary's rank. Well, yeah. Like there's very few legendaries that are considered food. Never use the max barrel for rank 1 champions. Please, it's painful to see. The only time I want to see people using the max barrel is essentially an event comes around that's a champion training event, and you take a character up from 5-star to 6-star, and then you can use a champion training the barrel just to upgrade a character basically for the champion training event. That's probably the best used for the barrel in my opinion. Don't use it to get from level 1 to 30 to 1 to 40, 1 to 50. Use it on a 1 to 60 during a champion training event. Or hold on to it until you have a use for it like that. Like it's not like it's gonna burn a hole in your pocket. Oh, interesting. You can do those on hard too. Weird that it doesn't tell you that. Kale performs better at Demon Lord. True. Dang, Appley. Yeah, Feast, I believe, is the name of him. Gosh, Mac. You're finding some interesting content creators. Agreed, Con Warlock. I do think that's a good idea, but honestly, if you're gonna do that, see if you can match it up with an event, because those events happen constantly in this game, and so a lot of the times you can line up your stuff with events, and it's gonna work really well. So always try to line that kind of stuff up with events if you can. Yeah, now's a great time. Yeah, Atticus, it happens when you first start out. They just give you so much energy. It's crazy. Like, you can play for as long as you want during your first week, because it's just gonna constantly feed you energy. Like, I've been playing for what, 2-3 hours now, and I still have 1,300 energy. Yes, agreed, Track Media. If you have legendary books, only use them on legendaries. If you have epic books, only use them on epics. If you have rare books, only use them on rares. But yeah, if you need some guides on the beginning of the game, go check out my other YouTube channel. It's literally just Rabid Beaver Raid Shadow Legends. And you'll be able to get a whole bunch of new player guides. And then if you have any questions, just throw them in the comments section on those videos. And if there's ones that are like, ooh, this could be a good video, I'll 100% make a video, even if it's a video that just does subpar. overall. I'll 100% make a video of it, just because, you know, it's more important that I make videos that help people versus making videos that are vastly popular as a YouTuber. You know, I have my main channel. I don't necessarily need to be super popular on that channel. I want to be able to help people, you know, be good in the game and understand the game, which is more or less what my main channel focuses on with Galaxy of Heroes. If Raid introduced 2 to 3 characters from Lord of the Rings, which characters would you prefer? I have always loved Aragorn. Aragorn has always been my favorite character in Lord of the Rings. Every Lord of the Rings game, I always played as Aragorn. Aragorn's the one that I want to see. As for other characters, I kind of want to see Tom Bombadil. I think that would be hilarious. And then Sauron. That would be my 3-man pick, is Tom Bombadil, Sauron, and Aragorn. Aragorn, Witch King, and Gimli, solid choices. Hey Toto, how are you doing, my friend? Yes, Atticus, yes. So unlike Galaxy of Heroes, where 3 stars just means that no one died on your team, in this game, to get 3 stars on any given battle, you can't use more than 2 characters. And so beat the stage is 1 star, beat the stage with no deaths is 2 stars, 2 or fewer champions with no deaths is 3 stars. So you got to make sure that you're using just 2 characters. And so I typically use just these 2 right now. I do think Zargala is also another good option out of these 2, and you'd be able to book up Zargala with any epic books that you're getting as you go. You know, is she worth the books? I don't know. I'd have to do some research and look at her kit. I think she's really cool of how her kit reads, and she looks like she hits like a freight train. But, you know, Supreme Gaelic I'm really enjoying, and I haven't seen a reason to switch out of Supreme Gaelic for sure. Sounds good, Skaties. You have a great night. Very nice, Toto. Sounds good, Mech. You have a great night. No, Grax. If you revive them, it does not count as a loss, which is why Sun Wukong is an excellent campaign farmer to go with your Kale, because he revives himself if he died. What team would you put Tom in? Skinwalkers. He gives off that vibe. Oh, gosh. Strider, Gimli, and Legolas. There you go. You got a crush on Aragorn? Heck yeah. I think everyone had a crush on Aragorn, dude. Have you seen the scene where he opens that door? Has anyone here watched Green Book? I need to watch that movie. I remember it coming out, but I never got around to watching it all the way through. I like started it, but I didn't finish it. But I've heard amazing things, and the main character is played by Viggo Mortensen, the guy who plays Aragorn, but he's like old and fat now. The V-Goat. How long will this stream? 3 hours and 13 minutes. 6:30 now. I really want to get the Sacred Shard, dude. How close are we to the Sacred Shard? We're on 6 of 12. Let's see. Now there's the free pack that we were missing. Small pack. Oh gosh. Alice Chase. Let's get the helmet from that. Let's see. Progression rewards. A skill tome. Gem. Another skill tome. Purchase rewards. I didn't purchase anything, but I'll take the stuff. Oh no, I did purchase something. Okay, that's right. I did purchase the pass. Dang, you get 3 4-star chickens for just purchasing that pass. Dang, that's actually really solid. Yeah, if you're looking for something to spend on, you're looking like, yeah, I got a little bit of money and I want to get a good start in this game. I'm loving this pass right here. That apprentice pass is solid. Okay, Polarium points. Daily login. Another book. We have so many books. Another 300 energy. Never gonna run out of energy, that's for sure. Okay, let's open our 3 ancient shards real quick. And okay, it's a rare. Never seen this guy before. Wretch. I'm gonna guess he's garbage because he doesn't have a cool name. You're gonna laugh when he's like a 4-star rare. Okay, we got Corpulent Cadaver. You have poison. This champion. Okay. Got excited for a second. No. So the first day played, dang, Greybeard's a rough pull. Day 1 you get this, and then these happen randomly as well. So like just last week, primal shards were on 2 times legendary chance, or 2 times mythic chance. So it happens pretty often. So like you just save up your shards for like a week or 2, and an event will come around for you to get double dropped. So like I'm trying to push for the double drop right now because you get the the double drop during the first 24 hours. And so you can, get your first sacred and maybe get a new legendary near the beginning of the game. But you don't necessarily have to. So you could always come back to raid after school go. It's true. It's true. Yeah, I should probably go and do my GAC because this is about the time that we do GAC. So let's hear it, Appley. How do you get the sacred shard? So if you look down here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see this little path. And so, as you go through and you finish levels on normal, you'll get a void shard at the very end of normal. And then you finish hard, then you're going to get a sacred shard. And so you need to get 3 stars on every level throughout the campaign. And so how do you get 3 stars? No one dead, 2 characters or less. So. And time is infinite because time can't be cured. Whatever. Scientifically, it technically could make sense, but the likeliness of anything like that happening, or the universe going on that long, or anything like that, is infinitesimal. And you're looking at like forever, because you look at like what's happened in the universe now, assuming that there isn't a divine being, assuming that that everything is done randomly, then like the chance of the Big Bang is like infinitesimal, and the chance of humanity being created infinitesimal. And so for humanity to be recreated after we die is even more infinitesimal. Any moment in time could shift so much on what kind of life forms are here, whether or not the Earth could even sustain life. If the Earth was shifted a few degrees either way, it would immediately make the Earth much less habitable. If we didn't have a moon, we wouldn't have tides. So we needed something to hit us hard enough that, it would stabilize our orbit without, harming the planet too much. And then we needed a big enough thing that it would enable us to have tides without it falling into our atmosphere. There's so much that would have to happen. So like technically, by the loosest scientific terms, the answer is yes, that's technically true. but the likeliness of it happening is so infinitesimal that there's probably never going to be an event that is repeated, just because the likeliness of that happening is zero. And the heat death of the universe and then a repeat universe, a new universe being spawned, not super likely to end up with anything similar. And there's not really any way, based on the size of the universe, that it would happen the same way, because you'd have to basically have a whole bunch of stuff go in different ways. You'd have to have, you know, matter be exploded in the other direction towards where the first Big Bang happened, and then have that side after the heat death of the universe be the place where it exploded again. Like, you'd have to have so much happen. There's absolutely no way that that's like possible without any kind of divine intervention. You're never going to have a repeat scenario of anything. That sounds like someone that's drunk and someone who's been reading way too much sci-fi. And even then, with sci-fi, that still is like widely regarded as a false thing, even among sci-fi universes. Is it worth pushing for it? Yeah, I think so. We do have a damn clan. I will lower the overall barrier to entry as soon as I play later tonight. But you can just join a random one for now, and then Atticus, just hit me up in the next stream I'm doing, and I will let you know the name. It's called the OG Dam. It's the OG Beaver Dam. It currently has too high of like a barrier to entry. It's I think 100k power right now, and I'll lower it so that way new players can join in. Like, that's one of those like things that kids that think they're smart say, and then they're like, yeah, you know, I heard a scientist say that. I'm like, no, you heard someone on social media say that. And like, by all technicality, by the barest technicality, you could be right, but the likeliness of it ever happening is completely unbelievable and impossible. Madness, we missed your sweet succulent voice in the chat. It's 20k power barrier. I thought I upped it to 100k like 2 or 3 days ago, Con Warlock. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I upped it to 100k. Getting real close to our masteries, bro. I think it's 24, Devin. Is it worth pushing for it? If you're willing to put that much time in, you got to keep in mind how much time we've been sitting here streaming. We've been playing for 3 hours, and most of that has been focused on the campaign. And we still haven't finished getting it. And so if you're willing to put in about 4 to 5 hours to get through hard mode campaign over today and tomorrow, then like, yeah, it's worth pushing for it because you have double the chance of a legendary. Now, if you don't have that much time, that's fine. Play for an hour today, play for an hour tomorrow, play for an hour the next day, play for 10 minutes the next day, whatever you want to do. Eventually you'll get that sacred shard, and another double drop event will come around at some point, and you'll be able to pull that shard and try and get it with a double chance for a legendary. Like, it's not like these events are rare. It's not like Galaxy of Heroes where you end up with how often do you get double drops? Once every 4 months. It's not like that. The 2 times legendary events is like once every 2 weeks it happens. Yes, basically everything in this game you save for during an event. So like on my main account, we had a champion training event going on. I can't actually open it on this, but there's a champion training event. So like just how, you look here and you can get all these kinds of rewards for doing this stuff. There's rewards for leveling up champions. And so because the champion training event was about to go live, I didn't level up any of my characters, and I just waited on all of my XP brews and all of the characters that I was planning on leveling. I just waited. And then as soon as the event went live, then I used all my XP brews and I started leveling up characters. I started bringing them up to 5-star, or from 4-star, or like 3-star to 4-star. To be able to push my way through the event. So there's always a great time to use any currency, anything in this game. There will always be an event that happens a week or 2 weeks from now where you can utilize your stuff better. So you just wait for those events to come around, and then you can spend it all in one go, essentially. Do it, Appley. Oh my gosh. Good luck, Madness. Who's someone of the damn Discord that I should send that to? Oh gosh. I'm trying to think. I feel like River would be a good option. You should send it to River. Okay, I'm gonna set up a new stream real quick, and we'll raid ourselves. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a damn good time playing Raid Shadow Legends and playing through the beginning. Hopefully it was entertaining to you guys. I feel like we had some good conversations. How do you determine food champs? Is it all 1-star and 2-star? I will answer this real quick before we end. So if you're ever unsure, there's a website called Hell Hades. I wish we had a website that was this solid for Galaxy of Heroes. There's also some stuff in Galaxy of Heroes I wish would move over here for like swigo.gg. But this website, you can literally just go look up any legend. So you're like, oh yeah, Gaelic, right? And you go search it up and it'll pop up and you can just click on the character, and 2.5 stars. Anything 2.5 stars and below is most likely food, unless they have a very specific use in your roster. Anything 3-star and above is going to be something that's solid in your roster. So typically that's the best way to just, as a starting player, know what's food and what's not, is just to check on hellhades.com. There are like, reviews in game, but you'll have like a 2-star champion whose reviews are just absolutely great. Like this is, I think, a 1.5 or a 2-star champion, and he has like 4-star, 4-star, 4-star. Like, don't trust the in-game stuff. Go to hellhades.com and you can always check there. When it comes to 1-star and 2-star characters, almost every single one is going to be food. There are very few that you can utilize in 1 and 2 stars. Just a couple 2 stars essentially that you can utilize. Legendaries you almost never use as food. There's very, very, very few niche cases where you use a legendary for food. Rares, it's about a 50-50 chance. Epics, I feel like it's a 75-25 chance on whether or not they're food or something to level up. But yeah. Rating yourself too much. Oh gosh. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, if you have any other questions, a lot of it can be answered by my raid channel, and if you don't, if they doesn't get answered by my raid channel, then send me a DM or comment on one of those videos, and I'll see if I can't make a video about something else that needs to be talked about, because I do have a couple ideas for new player stuff that I do need to cover on the new channel, having talked recently to a new player about what they're struggling with. But yeah, I will be moving us over to the GAC stream. But once again, if you are looking to start Raid Shadow Legends today, make sure you take a look at the link down below, or that QR code. You're going to get some amazing stuff, especially with the 6-year anniversary, and make sure you start off your first day with the Supreme 6 promo code. And if you are on iOS, go look up how to do promo codes for Raid Shadow Legends. If you're struggling, most of my Raid Shadow Legends video on my other channel, I have the promo code iOS version in the pinned comment on those videos, so just go check out those videos and you'll find the way to do it on iOS in the pinned comments. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in about 2 minutes for a Grand Arena stream. Let me just make sure I am good to raid, not Raid Shadow Legends, but raid myself.